for years I just bottled okay, fellas and people, bottling your emotions up is actually being more emotional than not letting them out.
Yeah.
Because once them shits explode and you have an emotional breakdown, it's gonna be worse.
Damn, Q. Baby, you did that.
What up, man? It's your boy Shad. Shad versus Everybody podcast. Voice of Detroit. Motherfucking podcast MVP in this motherfucker, man.
The champ is here! The champ is here!
What up, man? It's your boy Shad. Shad versus Everybody podcast, episode 227. Man, we got a return guest, man. This dude was on here with his brother, his twin brother. Shout out to Antoine. On episode 52. Ooh. That's how long ago it was, dog. You know what I'm saying? This was December of 2020. You know what I'm saying? But we got Father. I think that's probably your number one title, man.
Yeah, for sure. That's my favorite name, Dad.
Yep, Father. We got podcast host, man. You can catch him, the Connected Experience with his brother Antoine. Arthur, award winner Arthur. You know what I'm saying? Let me go ahead and correct myself. Arthur. A real nigga, you know what I'm saying?
No, I'm a real man, bro. I'm an American nigga.
A basketball coach. You
Coach
know what
Showtime.
I'm saying? Coach Showtime in the building, man.
Yeah.
We got my dog, man, one of the realest dudes I met, man, since doing this podcast, man. My boy SL Jackson.
For sure, man. Yeah, if you so that's how people I know who know me. If you call me twin, you knew me growing up.
Yep.
If you call me SJ, you knew me on my 10-year run at Chrysler.
Okay.
And then if you call me SL, then you know me strictly from writing. You know what I'm saying?
Because I seen the whole SL. So SL is SL Jackson is you.
Yeah, that's my name is Santuan L. Don Jackson, and then me and my daughter we share initials. So her initials is SL as well. So when I leave her everything that I got, she ain't even got to cross nothing over. You know what I'm saying? It's all SL Jackson.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. So,
and in the hood they call you twin.
Yeah.
That's back when you was on your Menace to Society.
Yeah, for sure. If somebody call me twin, if a nigga say "Hey, twin," and I look around, you know me from back in the day. Because the crazy part is what me and my brother actually started realizing is, as we grew, so many people don't know we twins. You know what I'm saying? Like I would see people and they'd be like, "Hey, dog, you used to," and I'd be like, "No, that's my brother. We twins." And they'd be like, "Oh shit," you know what I'm saying? And then so many people say the same thing to him.
For sure.
Know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, man. Last time you was on the show, you had hair.
Yeah.
Your weight was a little bit up.
I'm healthy, man. I've been the gym been my best friend, man. Everything I've been dealing with. If I get sad, I go to the gym. If I get happy, I go to the gym. I'm actually, bro. I'm built like Bruce Lee up under this shit, man. Like
sure.
straight
I
up.
Like that though.
I can help you. It's my workout is so simple, bro, and it work out your whole body.
You change your eating habits
for sure. But then I changed. So I got imposter syndrome. You know what imposter syndrome is? I'm not supposed to be here, but you really live in it. But you're not. You feel like, damn, why am I? So I got so much in shape that I said, let me start eating what I want to eat and see if this really real. Let me, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I switched my eating habits back. And I felt bad, so I had to switch them back again. You know what I'm saying? Switch my eating habits. That's the main thing.
That's the hardest thing. It's
easier than you think. It's easier than you think, bro. It's literally easier than you think. Because
so what do you say to people who be like, it's not affordable? It's easier to get the unhealthy food because it's cheaper, and you know, say versus getting healthier food.
That's a tagline. That's something that's people shoot into you because like, okay, now food is so expensive, period. You might as well get what's the best for you. Like, even with my eating habits, like sugar and shit like that. Like, I remember the day I first gave my daughter some sugar and her reaction. Like, she started shaking, and I seen it in her face that it was over. And so now, I got a juicer, and my sister bought me a juicer for my birthday recently, right? And I told my daughter's mom, like, hey, I'm going to start juicing her juice so she could get off of the high C and off of the, like, I drink soda if I'm eating fried food, but I don't like drinking soda. So I try my best not to eat fried food because I can't eat no catfish dinner with no water.
No, definitely. No,
you know what I'm
for
saying?
sure.
You feel me?
No,
but
definitely.
I've been trying. I've been, you know what I'm saying? I've been attempting to, you know what I'm saying? But your eating habits is way easier. It's all in your mind, bro, because everything your body crave, those parasites. So when you know what I'm saying? So if you think about it like that, you don't want to eat that shit no more. You know what I'm saying? If you think about it like the worms in my body want this cheese, you're like, the worms in my body. Yeah.
Man. And then, like I said, as I'm getting older, I'm not craving the food that I used to. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like, I think I can make that change. Well, I know I can make that change. Yeah. Let me go ahead and correct. I know he'll correct me real quick. Like, not thinking, brother. You know you can.
Yeah. Because I'm walking inspiration,
for sure.
bro.
No, for sure. Because there was something you did or said to me when I was on a show, and you had correct me, man.
It's inspiration and motivation. I know exactly what you're talking about because, and that's our whole thing. Like, when you say the word motivation, the real word in that is motive. And you always hear somebody say, oh, well, such and such got ulterior motives. So that means they don't got no good intentions for you. You never heard somebody say, oh, such and such got ulterior inspiration.
Yeah, no, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so a nigga will be motivated to fuck your bitch because she look good. But if you're looking at it from an inspirational way, a nigga would be inspired to get a girl just as good as yours. That you know what I'm saying? That the quality he see in yours. See? A nigga will look at your wrist and be motivated to get that watch. So that means he'll hurt you for that watch. Because niggas got ulterior motives. You know what I'm saying? I don't got no ulterior motives. That's all inspiration. I came to help you. You know what I'm saying?
When you talk to you and your brother, you definitely gonna learn something. They gonna put you on game all the time. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be a pointless conversation.
For sure. And I'm happy. Thank you, bro. Like we make that a point. Like that's something that we, you know what I'm saying. But I got that from my dad though.
Definitely.
Every time I talk to my dad, it was I'm learning something. You know what I'm saying?
And we start everything off, man, with salute. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that wouldn't expect the flowers and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That's still alive. Anybody you want to go ahead and throw some flowers to right now?
My sister Kiwana, man. Like when I look at my sister, whatever she want to do, she could do it. I've never seen her. Matter of fact, she don't even say what she gonna do. Like she just got a 3D printer, right? You know what I'm saying? And she just sending us videos. I made this today. What the fuck? But I don't expect nothing less from my sister. Like my sister is like, that was my first teacher. You know what I'm saying? Helped me with my homework. For sure, she taught me how to read. For sure, fights and all of that. But by the time me and my brother went outside, my sister had us ready to go. You know what I'm saying? We was ready to go.
That's like him and his sister, my auntie and John, man.
Yeah. Like behind and then my sister built a little different. She not like skinny and little like me and my brother. So I know when she used to talk about her brothers to niggas, they was expecting some giants. And then we walked through the door and they like, these loudmouth toothpick niggas is who you talk about. Like, you know what I'm saying? But my sister for sure, you know what I'm saying? Definitely.
It'd be hard for me to salute people, man. But the first one, I normally don't, you know what I'm saying, salute close relatives or whatever, but I gotta salute my son. Today is his this be airing on Tuesday, but today is Friday and today is his graduation. You know what I'm saying? 2025 is crazy, man. And it's like I've been reminiscing like on everything, you know, because I had him young, you know what I'm saying, 19, 20. So it's like, dang, over the time you think about, you know what I'm saying, each point of your life where you know what I'm saying, was that when he was 5, when he was 10, when he was 13. And it's like, damn, like.
And ain't that crazy how each point of the kid's life your fathering changed though?
For sure.
Like that's what I've been, like that's dope. Congratulations, little homie. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I seen the prime pictures and I'm looking at you and I'm looking at you next to him and I'm like, your son really got a son that's about to graduate. Like, because we talk, we real friends. I would say that I would consider us friends. So we talk. So when you talk about your kids, it'd be like, yo, like, nigga, you go be a granddad before me. You feel me though? Like you gonna be a granddad before me.
It was crazy because like I'm thinking about like me and his mom, of course. We didn't work out high school. You know how it be, man. You meet your little high school girlfriend and stuff like that. But I wanted to salute to her too because it take a strong woman to be like, you know what? I'm gonna let our son live with you. You know what I'm saying? Full time.
Yeah, that's big.
And come with me during the summer. I know it's probably people was talking shit like, why would she do that? She ain't this. She ain't that. But at the end of the day, we were both young, and I felt like she thought or she knew that was the best thing with him to grow with his dad.
Because the father is a loveless role. You know what I'm saying? Like, even women that you know who had fathers treat their baby's father or whatever out of pocket to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, the father is the most important role in a child's life, and this is why. It all starts with the father. No matter what nobody say, he come out of you to go into her. You know what I'm saying? Them eggs don't work without sperm, bro.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
You don't know too many niggas who going to have babies because they got frozen eggs for sale. Women go to sperm banks all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So that for sure salute her because because that's big, and especially being young.
Yeah, we was young. We wasn't like no old adults that can make these wise decisions. We young and immature still in the mind.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? We didn't live life for real, because when and his mom broke up, he was like, what, 4, about to be 5.
Right.
So we still young, we babies, but you know what I'm saying, pretty much and stuff. So for her to do that, you know what I'm saying, I want to salute her. You know what I'm saying, you know,
yeah, that's dope. And you got him there.
Yeah, for sure,
you got him there.
For sure, man. And I'm gonna salute you because you one of the first people that I got cool with through the podcast.
Yeah,
and you and your brother always kept your word on everything that y'all said y'all was gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Y'all threw me some alley oops from guests. I threw y'all some oops from guests and stuff like that. Y'all the first ones that shout me out. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to Lex. When y'all had interviewed him, I heard my name come up, like, oh damn, that's dope.
Because we was really paying attention to the market, man. And I don't like, the truth of the matter is it's a certain select few of guys who help build what is podcasting in Detroit now today, and we don't get the credit. Mm-hmm. And I'm cool with not getting the credit, but if you know, you know. Yeah. Like so many people who got podcasts now was on both of our shows. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know if we've been on their shows. You just being real. No, you know what I'm saying? No, like I don't know if we've been on their shows. Yeah. So, but a lot of people in the podcasting world now, you know what I'm saying? Like that's why we kind of stepped away, because our value to the marketplace wasn't being respected, bro. Mm-hmm. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? Our value in the marketplace, but it's the connected experience. I want for my brother what I want for myself, and if anybody know us, they know that that's just not a tagline. No, definitely. If I shake your hand and pound you and say I'm gonna do something, that's because I would want someone to do that for me if they told me that.
And that's true. And ever since I've been on this show, like I said, if it been a month or something or 2 months that I ain't talked to bro, I hit him, hey man, what's up? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? What's going on? And he'd tap in, we'd tap in, and that's how it's been the whole time.
Oh, no, but we coming back, like we gonna come back bigger and better, even with like the way it's so many podcast studios now. You know what I'm saying? There's so much of that, and I truthfully think the word podcast it has some hypnotizing meaning to it, because you hear that word so much now. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's something with the word.
It's funny because my little cousin came over when I was going to work, and he told his mama, like, guess, hey, Shad got a podcast. Like, what? Like, yeah, we was on it. Like, they was watching in the basement, just like, because I don't let my kids watch the show. Not right now. Not my young kids. My oldest son is getting cool. You know what I'm saying?
So, I let Shelby, man. Me and Shelby, we rock a little different. Like, and then that, I noticed what I was doing parenting. Like, so I let Shelby hear Tupac hit him up, man.
Oh, no, don't get me wrong. I let my kids listen to
listen to what I'm about to say. And then I realized the effects music had on me one day, because I was listening to Ice Cube Summer Vacation at the gym one day, and he say 1991 Tony Montana, and my whole existence went back to 1991. I wasn't even a decade old yet, and that was like my favorite song. Yeah. So once I realized the influence and all of that the music had on me, now me and my daughter don't listen to rap together. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, I actually don't even listen to music with her in the car now, bro. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I just don't like for some reason I don't like watching my episodes with my people at the house.
Yeah, like, I feel you.
It feel weird. Like my wife, she don't watch podcasts at all. She don't like that. I'm trying to get her to start tapping into the podcast documentary world, because that's what I like.
Yeah, for sure.
She want to watch. If it's up to her, she watches Jason goddamn go to space. Like, she watch all scary movies. She loves scary movies. Like, I hate scary movies.
But see, look though, it's a niche in that. She could podcast about that. You feel what I'm saying? She could and that be the type of shit that really blow.
Yeah, no, definitely. I wanted to touch on the podcast later, but since it's here, there ain't no point even stepping away. Like, how do you feel about like just the podcast world now? Because when I first stepped into it, especially on the Detroit scene, it wasn't too many people that was doing the podcast stuff. I remember listening to like Taxstone was my favorite podcaster when I first started listening to podcasts. And now you see every goddamn body want to grab a mic and start talking.
Well, I think that's because of COVID. I think when COVID hit and nobody was able to move around, all the podcast equipment, Amazon, it was sold out for months and months and months. Yeah. And then I think it's the shock value, it's the fake shock value that you say the most outlandish shit, and you end up on everybody algorithm, and everybody got these man versus women 50%, and they got these in black podcasting. They got these weak ass talking points just for the shock value, or if it's a girl's, the freakier you talk and all of that. And I think people not being they self, they chasing money that's not there the way they chasing it is, you know what I'm saying? So I'm very disappointed because it lost its value with the quality of the content. You know what I'm saying? But it's good shows out there. I'm not gonna say it's not. Like even with Tax Stone, like now when I go back and listen to Tax Stone, okay, in reality, I'm a Troy Ave fan before I'm a Tax Stone fan, and that's what introduced me to Tax Stone, because Troy Ave said I got a podcaster hating on me, and I'm like, what he talking about? And then I was already listening to Combat Jack, and they eased them in. Now everybody got to have a bad guy podcaster, like you know what I'm saying? Like it's podcasting now is what rap was in the 90s. Yeah. That's what it is. So it's being so watered down. Like that's why I said we had to step away, because our value in the marketplace wasn't being respected. And we, like me and Q was talking, like we threw the Urban Podcast Summit with Shop Talk. We own the word Urban Podcast Month. You know what I'm saying? These are things that we had the foresight to see, and we knew what it was going to be. Like now they got all these big iHeartMedia Podcast Fest that's reminiscent of things that they got from the Urban Podcast Fest that we threw and all of that. And it's the big conglomerate come in, the big conglomerate come in. I was gonna say something else. The big conglomerate come in, and he see that urban just means black, and blacks are always bottom feeders in entertainment. They take less. You could throw them a bone. You pay them in fame. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of these people running around talking about they got podcast deals, they being paid in fame. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because ad agents, like if you listen to certain networks, it's 40 ads before you even get to the first 10 minutes of shows. The ads that these people don't use these products. It's just like radio. You just insert ad. You know what I'm saying?
The roast parts. That's the new one right there.
No, and they pushing pills. They pushing dick pills. They push in gambling.
Gambling,
definitely. You know what I'm saying?
Because right now gambling are paying.
Everybody.
These podcasts.
Everybody. You know what I'm saying? So they pushing dick pills and gambling. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, the word podcast is something about it. I don't know what it is. Brainwashing folks.
And people don't understand how hard it is, especially when you're doing a podcast where it's based on interviews. Like that's why I tap myself on the shoulder.
Because you keep it. You know what I'm saying? I want to congratulate you, bro, because you never stop, bro. You know what I'm saying?
And like from you, I'm not gonna say the word afraid. I'm just worried about stopping because I don't want to take no breaks. Because even when I take a week off, I'm like, damn.
But that's the love in it that you have for it. That's how I feel about the gym. Like
Me too. I was about to say that.
If I miss the gym, or when I'm coaching my kids, shout out to the junior NBA Lakers in the Romulus League. We was champs this year. Only lost one game, and we actually won that game. You know what I'm saying? The ref had a crazy call, dog. I called timeout. The ref gave the other team the ball, and they scored on that possession, and we only lost by 2. But I had a team of 6. 3 of the guys had never played organized basketball, and we went out there and we was whooping ass, man. And I'm proud of them. So shout out to them. You know what I'm saying?
But I never like the way I'm wired. Like even like growing up, like hooping and trying to do music and stuff like that. Like I know if I stop, somebody else is continuing to, do this.
Yeah, you go to sleep, somebody waking up earlier.
So like that's every day I gotta. If I don't post a clip, oh man, I ain't do something right. Like I gotta post a clip at least once, twice a day. I gotta make sure I'm on this, like, QB, I'm going out of town this such time. Like, all right, bet, let's go ahead and try to plug this in so we can make sure the ball keep going.
Yeah. But I mean, consistency is key. You definitely got your 10,000 hours. You know what I'm saying? And that's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? And it's really with everything, you just gotta find your sweet spot. Even with me being an author, man, this is my third. Well, this is my
fourth.
No, this is my third genre release. You know what I'm saying? I started out with fantasy, Animal Instinct, The Urban Jungle, which we turned into a full-length feature anime film that you could watch on Tubi. Shout out to Leaps and Jumps, you know what I'm saying? They're my favorite rabbits. And then my next genre was true crime. I wrote a true crime novel with my brother Calvin Hawkins about his daughter, Justice for Nikisha, Father's Pain. That writing actually came from, I actually have a what they call urban fiction, but it's not fiction. I have an urban style book that's based on the life of Mob James from Death Row Records. You know, Mob James is, right? Yeah. So I wrote Mob James' book, then I still got it, but it never came out. But then Mob James and Calvin they rock tough. And he like, man, if you looking for somebody to write you a book, my dude in Michigan. So preparing to write Justice for Nikisha, it was hard, man, because it's a true story, and go check out Justice for Nikisha. It's stuff on Hulu about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was a sad story, but preparing for that, because it's true crime, you can't get shit wrong.
Okay.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because these are all facts. I can't say, because she was murdered. You know what I'm saying? I can't say she got shot 5 times and she didn't get shot 5 times. You got to be so precise. And then this is coming from her dad. And he gave me so many notes. I said, no, bro, you co-authored this book. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then I do the Adventures of Shelby Sunshine with my daughter. You know what I'm saying? So that's children. But this is self-help. But Animal Instinct and Justice for Nikisha, them award-winning books.
For sure.
You know
what
I'm saying? So, but this self-help, self-inspiration, this is a whole different, you got to write it different. It's a different tone to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we definitely going to tap into that, because, like, I think some of the parts in the book kind of equate to my life a little bit. Like,
see, you the second person that said that I let. So if I come to talk about the book, you have to read the book, because it's a short read. If you read it through Kindle or the ebook, it's only 47 pages. If you get the paperback copy, it's 57 pages, and it's short, but it's impactful. And I feel like if I come to talk about it with somebody, you have to read it, because.
And I'm glad you said that. Because how do you feel? Because this ties in with podcasting and with what you're doing. How do you feel when you had these podcasters or these guests come on the show and they don't know about each other? Like, if you come on this show and you don't know about my show, and I don't know about you and what you do.
I hate that.
So we kind of like just feeling each other out on the show.
And that's why people get the same basic interviews and stuff out of people, because they don't. First of all, if I'm coming to your show, I'm going to research what type of what style of interview you have, so I know how to come, because this is a serious book, but it's funny moments, because this is my real life. You know what I'm saying? So I could laugh at it's only certain shit in there you can't laugh at to me. You know what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying? But I gotta know who I'm talking to, and you damn sure gotta know who you talking to. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because but again, that's because these people not journalists. These people not doing research. They cutting on. It's no qualifications.
Yeah, because I don't want to waste my guest time having you come on my show. And I can't tell you what you're talking about. I can't tell you nothing about the book.
But that come from niggas not having bios. That come from, you know what I'm saying? Like, even with musical guests, if you was coming on our show, we listen to you. Yeah. So I'm going to say something about one of the songs that not your single. I'm going to quote lyrics from one of them songs, and it's going to be like, oh, you fuck with me. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because it's hard, because it's so many outlets out there now, and people just want their name in the algorithm. You know what I'm saying? But don't come to Shad if you bro, it's 227 episodes by the time you see this. You tell me you can't watch 5?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I gotta see, did he get better? Or did he get worse? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, where do I fit in? Like, has he had somebody on like me before? Like, and so you gotta know where you going. You gotta know the room, bro. You gotta read the room.
Definitely, yeah. Because I had people come on who like, come on now, you reach out to me, you don't know a goddamn shit about this show.
My name just popping. And you think it can help you.
But
somehow.
When you come on a show, like, I'm really like, all right, let me go ahead and listen to music. Oh man, that's ass. This ass. But he said this, I like this. Like, you know.
Yeah. And then you got to be able to do that. Like, see me. I respect the craft of what anybody's doing. So since I respect the craft, I could tell you, like, I wasn't fucking with it, but this is why.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, you a hell of a rapper, but bro, your production or your quality of music, when I played it next to this, or when it came on in my Apple Music next to this, I had to turn your shit up. That means your quality dropped, bro. Yeah. Now, if you just boost your quality up, you'll get more people. You know what I'm saying? You'll get more people interested.
One more thing I want to ask about the podcast real quick that y'all had, you know what I'm saying? What made y'all be intentional of not talking about current events when you had people on the show? Is it because you don't want nobody to come back on the show and hear something that happened 3 years ago and they automatically turn that show off?
Yeah, it could live forever. It could live forever. And our podcast, first of all, the Connected Experience was supposed to be us only interviewing podcasters.
Okay.
It wasn't enough podcasters. You know what I'm saying? So then we said, well, this content got to be able to live forever. So no matter when you discover it, you'll be into it. The only thing that we suggested to people about their current events, if you had a new album coming out, but we not going to talk about anything in the news that's currently. We not going to talk about, like, such and such, this, you know what I'm saying? Because we start noticing that the podcast was going in that direction. It was just one thing happened and 70 shows got a take on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now I come on your podcast and talk about my take on it because if that's the type of show you do.
Exactly.
But when you come to us, it's about you because you go live forever through our content. So we don't want it to be about such and such did this week.
And that's and I kind of copycatted that from y'all. Like whenever a guest don't show up or we need to put a show out, me and Q just chopping it up. How can you turn that issue? I mean, how can you turn that into a topic? Instead of directly saying, okay, Diddy, how can we turn it? All right, man, what's the freakiest shit you did? Like, you know,
you just take from the headlines and then some shit might come up, but it won't be like based on exactly that. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
And Diddy the gangster that everybody else thought that everybody else was. That's what I'm learning through this trial.
No.
He's the nigga that all you niggas who were scared of other niggas, y'all should have been scared of him. You know what I'm saying? Because he did some wild shit.
Because we ain't got to talk about that, but do you think he gonna do some jail time?
I think this is actually a dog and pony show, man. I don't know what the I'm not quite sure what's going on. Like I'm not like in real life. I've been to court. I had homies go to court. Like I'm actually not. This is more like a big gossip show. And everybody's just coming. And what I don't like is that since it's federal court, we can't hear what's being said. We can't see it in real time. So even everything that they say they talking about is somebody else telling you about it. So it's a big it's some big marketing because it's some marketing. It's some
and you still got what about?
They haven't even got to his 34 counts.
I was saying you still got 8 more weeks of this.
That's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. This is just one part of what this. 3 of the charges of the 34. So but this shit is the prosecutor, dad used to be the head of the FBI. Like this is all springboard and for everything that everybody involved. It's gonna be so many books about this. It's gonna be
movies.
This
goddamn
is
freak.
This is saving Hollywood, bro. This is saving the industry.
For sure.
This is industry based, bro.
For sure. Now I usually don't jump into the book right away, but there's a lot that we could talk about with this book. Like I said, this is your 4th book that you wrote. You're your problem, a path to accountability and self-healing. The first thing is, being talked about or I read was about your pops.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So on November 3rd, 24, Juan Anthony Jackson.
Yeah.
The passing of him. Talk about that, man. How did you feel? How you getting over? Wait, I ain't gonna say getting over it because you never get over it. My dad been gone for 25 years, and
so the crazy part is, so my anniversary is actually October 31st. So me and my wife, me and my daughter's mother, we was out, we was celebrating. But now that I look back, my dad didn't call neither one of us.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And that now that I look back, that was odd to me. You know what I'm saying. So that weekend, my cousin called me like, "Hey, my mama said she ain't heard from your dad because he got a normal, it's the 1st. So on the 3rd, he get his. I mean, you know what I'm saying. The 3rd was a Sunday, so on the 1st he would have got his check for disability or whatever. You know what I'm saying. And that Friday he would have took care of all this stuff, and my auntie take him grocery shopping or whatever they do. Nobody talked to him on the 1st. You know what I'm saying. So I said to my cousin, "Well, I'm gonna go over there when I wake up," you know what I'm saying, because I'm just coming back from my weekend, you know what I'm saying, so I'm gonna go over there when I wake up. So I went to where he lived. I knocked on the door, and you gotta buzz yourself in the building. I buzzed. No, it was at night, so nobody would let me in, you know what I'm saying, because it was like, it's like an old folks home type of deal, you know what I'm saying, and nobody would let me in because I'm too young to live here, you know what I'm saying, so nobody would let me in. So I said, well, I'm gonna go home. I called my sister, and my sister called back, and she was like, "Call your brother." I already knew.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah,
so
man.
I already knew. Now, so the 4th, we went over there, cleaned out his crib. Yeah. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah, how do you cope with that, man? Because like when matter of fact, damn, it's about to be his anniversary, though. That's crazy. Like 25 years. He passed away June 13th in 2000. And actually, I was on my way to my. I could laugh at it now, man. To my 8th grade graduation rehearsal. I'm like, damn, y'all couldn't wait.
They told you on your way.
Yeah. But they knew. The day before that. So my mom worked a double that day. So she worked afternoons and midnights that day. So she knew. Yeah. But she didn't tell me till she got home. So it was like, it was time for her to tell me she couldn't wait no longer.
Right.
So yeah, man. So, but like me being young, of course I didn't know how to deal with it. I just knew my dad was sick for 2 years. Yeah. And something like that. So it was like, all right, well, I guess he better, you know what I'm saying, than what he was, because he was a vegetable.
Yeah.
You know, so he couldn't talk, he couldn't react.
See, and I'm happy that I didn't see my dad in that type of state.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because that, to me, that's more traumatizing because you anticipating it. You know what I'm saying? So, every day is different.
Yeah.
Same shit that make you laugh.
Yeah.
Make you break down the next.
For sure. How do you reflect on that relationship with him, and what are some things that you carry from that relationship to your relationship with Shelby?
Everything.
Okay.
Because I had a misconception of our relationship growing up because I was raised with both parents longer than I was. My mother was a single mother. So from birth until my dad went to jail, but he went to jail for protecting my mother. He didn't go to jail for no bullshit. Like so that was preparing us for him not to be in the house. Then he came home from jail, and he was probably home with us for like 90 days, and then he was out. You know what I'm saying? But I later found out that my mama gave him, if she said 60 days, he said when he got there on the 60th day, he came home from work, his shit was ready to go.
For sure.
So I grew up with both parents. So if that happened by the time I was 10, by the time I was 14, I was at the house.
Yeah.
So I grew up with both parents, and I've never seen my parents argue. You know what I'm saying? Christmases had everything we wanted. Man, I grew up with statues, bronze statues and shit in the house. I never missed a meal. Now I don't know if my parents missed a meal for us not to miss a meal, but I never heard no delight. It wasn't none of that. I don't got that story. Yeah. And my dad was so 100. When we was adults and talking, he just told us, like, I never said nothing bad about y'all mom because I didn't want y'all to look at her a certain way. But then we had a conversation on what really happened, and since we all was adults, I didn't look at my mom a different way. I just looked at my dad a different way, and everything I ever felt for him negatively disappeared.
Went out the way. Yeah.
Disappeared.
Yeah. What's one thing you carry, like what he said to you, like, or some advice? Like, what's one thing you always keep or carry on with you?
Well, he told me he loved me more than anybody in my life.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah, for sure.
And see, that's the one thing that I'm mad myself about.
Yeah. So by him telling me that, I make sure I tell Shelby that. Like,
and see, I don't say it enough.
You got to, bro.
I'm not gonna lie.
You got to, because at the time he's saying that, I don't think you love me because you're not in the house. I'm living with other people. I'm out here doing this. But it's been times like, because my dad was a addict at one point, you know what I'm saying? But it's been times that, like, he heard niggas say that they had a problem with us, and Pops will handle that. And then to come back later, you know what I'm saying? Oh, because niggas would sell my dad dope, like, who was supposed to be my partners, you know what I'm saying? But they wouldn't say shit to me. And then, like, later on I found out, and it's like, oh, fuck y'all hoe ass niggas.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Because you know me.
And you know that's my dad. Like, I'm not trying to stop your money. I get the game. I understand the game. But you know that's my pops. You know what I'm saying? But I get it. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, you niggas could burn in hell. Like, fuck y'all.
Sure.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like niggas that was close to me. And I'm like, oh, okay, you niggas is some bitches. But these is niggas who don't know they dad.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, you could always tell a nigga who know his dad and his dad not there versus a nigga who don't know his dad, period. That's what make mama's boys. Niggas who don't know their dads. You know what I'm saying?
No, fast. Hell yeah. Now, you say that he was telling you he loved you, but you at a time you didn't feel that love because he wasn't home with your moms.
It wasn't even, for the most part, but I'm grown now, and I understand.
Now you understand, but at a young age, you was thinking like...
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck?
So fast forward to your situation with your, I don't know, do you want me to say your ex-wife or...
I mean, well, we going through the process, you know what I'm saying? It's a process.
So fast forward to that, you know what I'm saying? Because this is in the book, because I hate bringing it up like...
No, bro.
So,
let me preference the book, bro. This is authentically me.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's why I know what it's gonna do.
Yeah.
Because this is not me. Like, if you read the book, I was influenced by this. I was influenced. This is me.
This ain't no faking.
This is me, who I am, and so it's authentically me, but it's not an autobiography. You know what I'm saying?
So moments in your life that got you on yourself, on your healing.
You
come reflecting back on stuff that you healing as a grown.
I knew that fucked me up. You know what I'm saying?
So fast forward to your situation with your, you know what I'm saying, with your wife, ex-wife.
Well, we still married right now, so you could refer to her as my wife.
And how you felt about your dad not being in the house. Do that make you conscious of how your daughter might feel?
It don't have to make me conscious. My daughter said, so me and her mom actually wasn't talking, like, you know what I'm saying? And we was playing you drop, I pick her up from your mama house. We don't talk and all of that. And my daughter, My daughter said something to my mother, and me and my wife had to have a conversation. And then we said, well, me and my daughter was good. This was like 2 weeks ago. I mean, this was like 3 weeks ago. I finished this book May 18th. If you read the book,
you can tell it's current.
And it's so today is May 30th. Like I finished it May 18th. I put it out May 23rd on my dad's birthday, and this is May 30th. So like this is like real time. You know what I'm saying? So me and my daughter was on in Ann Arbor on our way to the water circus, and that was a Saturday. And when I woke up Sunday, my mama said, "Hey, this is the conversation me and Shelby had. You need to talk to her." And like I got on Shelby head about the conversation. And I called her mom after I had did my dad thing, like, hey, this is what's being said. We need to talk to her, but don't call her and alert her. Because I wouldn't even go to the house. You know what I'm saying? Damn, going in the house. I wouldn't even go that way. You know what I'm saying? So Shelby knew something was up because I'm like, I'm taking you home. You know what I'm saying? So we sat down and she had a conversation, and my daughter's emotional intelligence is super high. That's what I didn't have at that age. I had a whole lot of shit, but that's what I didn't have. And she just was telling us how it affected her. So, for instance, we have 2 Shih Tzus. Charlie is my dog. Charlie has a daughter named Cookie, who's my daughter's dog. And my daughter said, you don't come over no more, so that means Charlie can't even see his daughter. I'm like, wow.
I know. Don't come on. I know you cried.
I couldn't. I wanted to. Okay. No.
I want to cry.
No. But that wasn't even the shit she like. That was just.
That was just. It was advertising.
Yeah. So exactly. So I wanted to cry, but I had. We both wanted to cry because me and her mom looked at each other, and neither one of us could look at Shelby. So now we forced to look at each other because we can't look at her. But Shelby is happy that we talking. She happy, and she's just getting all her shit off, and she's saying everything, and it's like, all right, bet. Now we know how to approach this. You know what I'm saying? So I was proud of her for that. You know what I'm saying? I learned something that day. Okay, because my wife would be like, yo, when she come back from with you, she got an attitude. Like, and they rocking. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like, my daughter is the reason I left Chrysler, bro, because for like the first 3.5, 4 years, I was working 12 hours, 7 days a week. And I missed the teething stage. I missed all that, but I was parenting from the pocket. Y'all could go do whatever y'all want.
You know what I'm saying? What you need to do.
And that's what kind of fucked my marriage up too. You know what I'm saying? Because when they say you're supposed to protect and provide, I don't have a problem protecting. Again, my dad went to jail for blasting the nigga who put his hands on my mama, and my mama was at fault in that. You know what I'm saying? But you don't touch nothing that Juan Jackson loved. You know, so I always knew the protection. Then my grandfather Ronald. Super provider. Everybody called him daddy. And even with me calling him daddy, my granddaddy told my daddy when they wasn't seeing eye to eye, your kids go call me daddy. I wish I would have knew that. You know what I'm saying? Because I wouldn't have called him that. No disrespect to my granddad. You know what I'm saying? But, so my granddad is a super provider. You know what I'm saying? I seen him provide for cousins from out of town coming to live with us and all of that. So I had those 2 things down pat, provide and protect. But when they say provide and protect, that go emotionally too. And I just was so withdrawn emotionally because of who I thought I was supposed to be. I'm coming in, you ain't got to worry about no bills. You got to pay your bills, but you don't even know where to go to pay the house bills. You ain't even, you don't even got a key to the mailbox to go to know what bills coming. You ain't know, you know what I'm saying? I do all of that, but I'm not protecting your feelings. I'm not providing for you emotionally. And then by the time COVID actually was the first time that we really was together, and I ain't know my wife as my wife like I thought I did. You know what I'm saying? And she definitely didn't know me. You know what I'm saying? Like, she definitely didn't know me.
Did y'all rush into it? Like,
no, hell no, man.
Oh, you would take the time too?
So
I know why, you know what I'm saying, stuff that led up to the whole...
Yeah, the affair. It's not it was an affair.
Yeah, that's what I said. It was somebody that you knew already.
No. So, but me and my wife met, she was 14 and I was 16, and she was in junior high and she was in some advanced class. We went to a high school, Robershard, and the junior high kids went with the high school kids, but they had this program that they would start, and some of the junior high kids would be upstairs with the high schoolers, which you shouldn't do. I don't believe in that. No. But that's how we met. You know what I'm saying? She introduced herself to me because I know I'm 16 years old. I got a little bit of money. I'm doing all this. There's no way that I would speak to a 14-year-old. You know what I'm saying?
So it seemed like a long way, but
but the my mentality. I was 21 at 16. You know what I'm saying? So my
you out the
mentality,
house,
I'm
making money.
I'm doing, you know what I'm saying? I'm carrying guns, I'm fucking hoes, I'm doing all of this. Like, but when you think, so it's no way I would have went that way to, so, and over those years, we would see each other and we would maintain a friendship. We worked at a job together, like, you know what I'm saying? The guy that her sister had a baby with, like, I knew him outside of that. Like, it was just these little factors. And then in 2015, we really started, like, we actually was boyfriend and girlfriend at one time when we was fake in our adult lives. You know what I'm saying? But we never, you know what I'm saying? So that part of my life, like, I've known her for so long, you know what I'm saying? And but it was surface levels because people change over all of those times.
Definitely.
You know
You're a different version of yourself.
Yeah. So by the time we got married, we already had Shelby. You know what I'm saying? It was so, but I didn't respect building a family, a branch on my dad's family tree. That's what I didn't respect. That's why I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed that I didn't build the solid branch. Like, my brother been married down there going on 20 years. Bro. You know, I've been married 3 times for real. You know what I'm saying? But my first 2, one was because of the situation when I was going to court. The lawyer said, "Hey, y'all look like the victims. It would be cool if you was married." You know what I'm saying? Soon as I got out of that situation, boom, I ain't married no more. Then my second wife, I don't even know how that really came about. I can't really, you know what I'm saying? I don't remember nothing about her. I can't tell you her birthday. I can't tell you nothing about her.
Damn.
But I do know at the time she had some major dad issues. And I knew I couldn't have a family with her because of how she seen dads. You know what I'm saying? So I knew that I couldn't have a family with her. So I shook up out of that. But being married to my daughter's mother, like, that was my marriage. The other 2, I was, you know what I'm saying? But that was my marriage. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I never would have said that, people would never even know that. And like my first ex-wife and my mom, they cool. You know what I'm saying? But like, when I say nobody refers to her as my ex-wife. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's one of my people cousins. Like, but nobody that part of our life was a blur. You know what I'm saying? It was so much going on.
Now, this last conversation that you had, you know what I'm saying, with your daughter and with your wife, is that gonna make things easier for y'all now to start, like, maybe talking a little bit more? Like,
we talk way more now. Like, when I say, so the thing about it is, like, we wasn't talking, like, you know what I'm saying? And that was affecting my daughter even on Mother's Day, right? So on Mother's Day this year, like, this is real time. You know what I'm saying? So on Mother's Day, my daughter, like, "Hey, Dad, when you drop me off, could you tell my mother Happy Mother's Day?" Now, we haven't been talking, but we haven't even been seeing each other because I'm dropping her off to her grandma's house and they get, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. So I said, yeah, if I see her, I'll say something. But I'm not going to see in my head, you know, but I'm not lying to my daughter. If I see her, I'm going to say something. But to me, I'm not going to see her. And so I dropped her off and she was over there. And she didn't come outside. So I said to myself, well, I ain't see her. So what my daughter do, they get in the car, my daughter FaceTime me, blah, blah, blah. She talking to me for a minute, then she turned the phone to her mom. "You see her?" I'm like, "Happy Mother's Day." All right, cool. I still got her the gift from my daughter that she said she wanted, you know what I'm saying, and shit like that. But it was affecting my daughter crazy. And like, she'd be like, "Oh," because I talk to my daughter every morning because you know what I'm saying? She drop her off, I pick her up. But we was doing that anyway. You know what I'm saying? But we make it a point to have whoever, you got to be in contact with the other parent. You wake up, you call your mom if you're with me. You get in the car with me, you call your mom. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So one day we had to talk about something that had to do with her for school, and we needed to talk right then. And when I got her from school that day, she was like, I was like, "Well, how was your day?" Blah, blah, blah. She was like, "Well, I had a good day because this morning, you know, my mama was talking." And I'm just taking mental notes. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, that's
important.
See, because when we was kids and my parents got divorced, I never even heard that word. I didn't know what none of that shit meant. Like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't know what the fuck was going on with none of that. Like, so she know what's going on. She know this real time for her too. And it's like, and I'm like, oh, I can't let this. And we like, yo, we got to do something that this don't affect her at all. Like, it don't have to be a negative effect at all.
Because that's one thing I remember my mom told me, like, "Hey, y'all gotta fix this," like, because I was on that same type of time. Like, I'm giving her my son, I'm just closing the door, going back in the house.
Yeah, yeah, and that's and you know what though, bro? That's a cold feeling because like, I mean, I love my wife. Like, don't get me wrong, you know what I'm saying? And I love her for different reasons. I don't love her because she's my wife. I don't love her because she's my kids. I mean, my daughter's mom. Like, I got genuine love for her because you know what I'm saying. So to know that you got love for a person and that person got love for you, no matter how mad they are, that y'all can't even talk. Yeah. And now y'all have to, when I look at my daughter, I see my wife. When my wife look at my daughter, she see me. You know what I'm saying? And we just, my daughter told us, I'm sick of getting dropped off and then picked up by the other one. I'm sick, and we ain't even, this ain't even a year or so. This is like a couple weeks. But I'm so in tune with my daughter. I had said something to her mom one day, like, "Hey, yo, I'm a let her chill at your mom's house for a little while before I come pick her up, because I don't like the fact that you drop her off, I come pick her up.
Come
like, I'm waiting at the corner. I see you pull off. I'm right there, like we damn near rode together. You know what I'm saying?
Sure. Hell yeah, man. Now, you know what I'm saying? It's another part of the book that, man, I know that feeling. When you was like, basketball had an effect on you, positive and negative. From your mom. I don't want to use the word not caring, but not really like showing any type of emotion when you don't make the team.
Okay, so my mom, that's why in the dedication, I think, or right before, like the chapter is called "You Weren't Good Enough."
You weren't good enough.
You know what I'm saying? And I let you know that my mom is raw. Yeah. My dad is way more emotional than my mom.
Yeah,
you know
mom
what
was like, gonna give it to you.
Yeah. My mom is my mom is raw, but now that I know who my grandmother is and see my grandmother as an adult, I understand, because me and my grandma didn't have the best relationship. And then a couple months ago, my grandma, my grandma, and my mom were all at Central Station, that downtown, and I got a chance to talk to my grandma, and I asked her all the questions that I wanted to know about her, so I get, you know what I'm saying. Yeah. So my mom is raw, you know what I'm saying, and me and my wife had got into it one time, and my mom told her, "You should have ran that nigga over." You know what I'm saying? Like, not. She's not looking at it from an aspect of a son and a mom. Like, she's not if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. So, my mom whooped me way more than my dad, for sure. Yeah. Matter of fact, my mama asked me the other day when we was talking, she was like, Your daddy whooped you before? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, but she didn't whoop my ass. Like, that was the disciplinarian in the house. You know what I'm saying? So, the crazy thing about basketball is I remember when I talk about Magic Johnson, I was with my grandma watching the game.
Yeah, come here using projects.
Yeah, no, across the street from the projects.
They were shooting and stuff after they had won.
And I couldn't believe it. Like, the Pistons won and niggas outside shooting. Yeah. What do basketball do to niggas? Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And then when I seen Magic Johnson, he was so tall and big, and I couldn't believe that he was doing that with the ball, because the Pistons was all little and shit compared to him. And so I just fell in love that day, like that. And then I started learning about Magic Johnson being from Lansing and all of that. Yeah. That just was icing on the cake.
Yeah, he from Michigan too. Yeah,
I'm a Lakers fan to the death because of that. That's why. You know what I'm saying? So, but I didn't understand basketball. I just like the feeling that niggas outside shoot. Like, this must be something that niggas and inksters shooting. Where the fuck they even playing this game at? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not conscious that they. You know what I'm saying? I just know grandma watched the Pistons. Mama, because we call them mommy and daddy. Yeah. Mama watching the Pistons. Yeah. And when she said get down, I wasn't hip to what the fuck she meant. Yeah. And then you just hear la. Nah, my daddy a project nigga, so I got love in them projects. I lived in them projects, so I know that. But I didn't know that her anticipating of the shooting. Like, how the fuck you know that was about that? We done heard shots before. Yeah. So I want to play basketball.
Yeah, and you going to try out? You don't know what a layup line is.
I want to hoop. Yeah, I want to hoop. So
you want to hoop.
When the niggas say get in the layup line, what the fuck? I just been out here dribbling this motherfucking basketball all summer. You know what I'm saying? And we go back to the car after tryouts. But we made the first round of cuts. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't mention that because I didn't even think about that, because this was a couple days later. So we obviously made the first round of cuts, right? And we didn't even understand what that meant. We just know one time we went and looked, our name was on the list. And then for the final team, we wasn't on the list. Yeah. So we get in the car. And then one of my, at the time, someone I considered a friend, he made the team. You know what I'm saying? So we crying and shit. And she's like, well, what you crying for? You just, you weren't good enough. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it felt cold.
Yeah, because now you on the path of destruction. Now you mess up in school, not giving a damn. Like.
Yeah, but she bought us a basketball.
Yeah, I'm about to say. And you say that was like that was your best Christmas gift.
No, birthday. That was birthday. For our birthday.
So you got the basketball rim with the basketball.
Yeah, and so what was crazy is for a long time I thought my uncle put that rim up, right? But then talking to my dad put it up. Yeah, so
because y'all were waiting for it to put up. You look at the rim like, now you gotta wait for that.
Right. So when we put that bitch on, we was 1629 Magnolia, the blue house, and the garage was off to the side. We got the best room in the neighborhood. Everybody coming over. We playing, but we're 4th grade going into 5th grade, and we playing with high schoolers, junior high. They knocking us around. They treating us like shit because she came out there. Hey, one of my sons got to be playing.
Y'all sitting there chilling like.
Yeah, because everybody knew it was the best. One of my sons got to be playing unless they don't want to. So niggas had attitudes about that, but man, that took our game to another level. That next year, when we went back, we played a big boy game. Yeah. We played like the niggas played with us.
Exactly.
So we playing what they call bully ball now, but we still these short little skinny niggas, but we aggressive, we raw. It fit our personalities perfect. You know what I'm saying? Because we wasn't bad. We was just curious, and we had the freedom to explore. That's how I explained it to my daughter. Like I had older cousins who I could go hang out with and whatever they was doing, and I got nuts and I got heart. Like you know what I'm saying. I'm Juan's son. You know what I'm saying. So my cousins already knew whatever they was in that they was about to go get into. The twins with it because we got the same blood. And, you know what I'm saying. So we went back and we was the shit. I got trophies still to this day, but basketball always been my first love. Like I can recall falling in love with that was my first love. That wasn't nothing nobody put in my head. I didn't know about going to the NBA and shit like that. I just knew I wanted to play basketball. You know what I'm saying? I just knew I wanted. So 6th grade come and now it's like we playing in all these tournaments and high school coaches is coming to watch us play and we were supposed to go to, so we went to school in Taylor, and we were supposed to end up going to a school called Taylor Center, but Taylor Center was closing, so we was going to end up going to Taylor Truman. But so the Truman coach is there because we're playing in tournaments, and now that I know that the high school kids got to do the shit, they running the tournaments and the coach and shit there, and they seeing us, and now people are saying we good. Now we don't think we good.
No, you got like, that. You got that stamp.
Motherfuckers is like I know guys who I met way back then that. When I see them and we got our kids together, you remember I was telling you them they beat us and we ain't winning championship. So I was building relationships through basketball and all of that. And then 7th grade hit. Now when we go to 7th grade, our school got 3 teams. We went to Federal Elementary. Each one of them teams wanted somebody off Federal. They knew they wasn't gonna get both of the twins together, which was actually gonna be the best thing for me and my brother competition wise. But because I was a shooting guard. Now that I look back, you know what I'm saying? I was a shooting guard, so. They knew they wasn't going to get both of us, so my brother was going to be on one team, I was going to be on another team, and then a guy who I looked at as a brother was going to be, like, they was going to split us up, but that would have worked perfect for us.
Yeah, because y'all competing.
Yeah, now we competing with each other, and the level is going to be high, you know what I'm saying? It's going to make us better, because we running through shit in 6th grade. We beat a team 73-0, like, you know, 73-3, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So... I remember this day like it was yesterday, man. Like we went to Hoover Middle School. Anybody know about Taylor Tucky? Like it used to be called. Now it's Niggerville, but you know what I'm saying. But it was families in Taylor that was generations of racists. You know what I'm saying? Calling you a nigger ain't nothing. They calling you moon crickets, porch monkeys. These is digs. Like
they going crazy.
But one of that family was the Meads, man, and The one that was in our age range was Jeff Mead. Now, Jeff Mead was actually my real friend. I taught him how to read and everything, and his mother loved us for that. Me and my brother is probably the only black people that ever stepped foot, for sure, that ever spent the night.
House, hell yeah.
That ever spent the night at their house, you know what I'm saying? But now we, in 7th grade, everybody's life is changing. Everybody's discovering what they want to be. On our side, we with the gangster shit. On his side, he a gangster too, though. He just a white boy gangster. So he falling in with the white boys that think they tough. He really out toughing them though, right? So our situation wasn't even racial more than it was. We didn't respect that we had love for each other, bro. And we fought. And basketball tryouts. It's the same night.
You suspended. He suspended. And he going right to basketball tryouts.
And guess what happened? Front of the layup line.
Yeah.
straight up, you know what I'm saying? And Mr. I forgot his name, Mr. Val Quez or whatever, old hoe ass white teacher, man, principal. He come in that bitch. He got on a motherfucking burgundy shirt, a black tie, some gray slacks.
He knows exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And he like, hey, what are you doing? You got suspended over there, man. I'm sitting on them. I'm watching the tryouts, looking at niggas. It's over, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's over. Man. I ain't lying, man. I went to the crib. I cried, you know what I'm saying? Because I felt like, damn, dog, how you fuck that up? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man,
so now I'm go back to school after suspension. I'm thugging. I'm already, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, man, I had the freedom to explore, and I was curious. So that didn't make me bad, but that just like I go beat your ass and still got all A's. Get suspended for a week. You know what I'm saying? So when that happened, it was, now that I look back, it was just mentally, I didn't know how to deal with it. I didn't even know how to express how I felt. I didn't even know how to express.
Because, man, I remember that happened to me, man. I tried out, you know what I'm saying? All my life, I made teams. Never got cut. I went to Grosse Pointe North in 9th and 10th grade year. 9th grade, my mom pulled me from tryouts because I had broke my wrist. I'm still trying out. I got a soft cast on. Every time I hear the ball hit my hand, I'm clicking like, damn. Like, my shit fucked up. But I'm trying to cover up until I make the team. Yeah. Then be like, hey, man, I broke my junk. But I'm on a team, you can't put me off.
Right.
My mom came in there like, I'm like, fuck, man. Next year, I'm killing. I'm doing my thing. But it's like every little thing he was trying to pick on me about, oh, you gonna be suspended for a half, or oh, you got your hair ain't braided, or you ain't got the same color shoes. And I'm like, bro, come on, dog. Like,
man,
you fucking. Then I ain't make. Oh, but fast forward, I go to Southeastern. 1,000 niggas trying out for 2 spots.
Yeah, see, I wish I would have tried out and didn't make the team. Yeah. I would have felt so much different because I would have felt like I would have had room to improve. I felt like, I blame the fight. And I blame the principal. I felt like that white man took that away from me because he knew how much I love basketball. Yeah. But my accountability was I actually fought my friend, a former teammate. That and then so years later, man, I end up seeing Jeff in the bar, man, and I was with some niggas, and he was looking at me, and like, you know what I'm saying, and he was a biker and shit. Now I hope Jeff's still alive, man. And Jeff, if you ever come across this, get with me. But I seen him looking at me, and I seen the niggas I was with looking at him, and he walked up, and he like, yo, is you one of the twins, man? Because y'all used to be my niggas. Yeah. And my niggas looked at me, and I'm like, Jeff? We hugged and shit, and we had discussed some shit that was going on, and you know what I'm saying? And I was happy to see him.
For sure.
That fucked me up. That was because that was the first time, like when I was thinking back, that was the first time I'm like, you didn't hold yourself accountable for that. You fucked that up. Like you fucked up your opportunity.
That's the earliest memory you have of messing something up, and then you blaming that principal. It's really your fault though.
Yeah. Because the principal didn't like me. Let me get that out the way. But I gave him all the ammo he needed to get your ass up out of there. To get me the fuck up out of there. You know what I'm saying?
You said something. You said your happiness is not anyone else's responsibility.
Definitely not, bro. Like people are under the misconception that so my wife is under the misconception that her husband should make her happy. You know what I'm saying? But I can't do that. I can give you things that will add to your happiness, but you know what I'm saying? Your wife is under that misconception. Everybody's person is under that misconception because you hear so many people say, well, I'm unhappy in this. You know what I'm saying? Well, that has nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? That has everything to do with you because before you met me, where did you find your happiness at? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And once I realized that, I'm like, oh, people be trying to make people happy. That's why niggas be buying the hoes. Yeah. That's why, you know what I'm saying?
See, I'm glad you said that. Do you ever think that sometimes we get into relationships and just we doing too much from the start that you kind of accustomed to that? Yeah. And once things start to die down.
So let's just say, for example, your wife's happiness is shopping and you providing the means for her to go shopping. Now, once you can't provide those means anymore and she starts to feel unhappy, she blames you for her unhappiness. That's not my situation or your situation. That's just an example. You know what I'm saying? So, yes, I believe that. And people don't know what make them happy. I get happy when I see my daughter, but if I'm having a bad day, that brightens up my day. But seeing my daughter I'm supposed to place all my happiness on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so once people realize that, like, people say they take accountability and still blame shit on other people. Facts. You know what I'm saying? And then even with relationships, like, I feel like if you with somebody and you working on yourself, y'all going through it. You know what I'm saying? Because being married is not a commitment to the person; it's a commitment to the commitment. Everything is going to change. If you've been married for 5 years, you've dealt with several different versions of your mate. You know what I'm saying?
It's 5 years next month. I mean, July.
But you was there. I wasn't talking to you personally,
I know, but I'm saying,
right. But so
we definitely
right. So you done seen her pregnant. After she's pregnant, she's a totally different person. Might be dealing with postpartum. So you done seen all of these things, and when you work through all of that, because that's all you could do is work through it, and then you decide not to be together, I think it's unfair to both people that somebody gets the best version of you. Like, why this bitch didn't put in no work? Like, even with me being divorced, I'm not getting divorced. I'm not rushing into nothing because I put in too much to myself to be able to just meet you Monday and feel like you deserve this version. I don't even know you. You actually might deserve the really shitty version of me
for sure,
because of who you are.
You don't deserve this good part.
You know what I'm saying? Like you didn't help build none of this. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I gotta get to know you to see what I can still be the best version of me. You know what I'm saying? But you might not deserve that. You know what I'm saying? So I can't rush into nothing with nobody because I'm for example, you eating fucked up, you ain't hitting the gym, you ain't giving a fuck about your health. I care about those things. So why would I insert my body into yours knowing that you don't you eating hot Cheetos? You feel what I'm saying? I'm eating fucking cauliflower rice and shit like that. Like you don't care about your body enough for me to give you mine because I'm valued too. And that's what enough men don't know. Like, bro, you value, bro. Like, I wish I would have stayed a virgin way longer. You know what I'm saying? I was a 13-year-old made me fuck her when I was about 10, 11 years old. I didn't even know her. You know what I'm saying? Freaky, grown, nasty bitch. Like, you know, not that I look, because if I was 13 and fucked an 11-year-old, that's what you would say about me. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know her to this day. I just know where I was at, the situation I was in. So I've never even equated sex with love. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm knocking shit down. That's why when I reference 2015, I'm living a bachelor's dream. Even when I had the girlfriend who I was with, you know what I'm saying? We'd knock you down together. You know what I'm saying? So I'm accustomed to certain things. And then when I go home and these things not there, it's like,
how would you think life would be if you was thinking like about like certain situations? Like you got the phone call, jumping and doing this, like if you had this mindset of like really thinking about, you know what I'm saying, shit, thinking about decisions before you just make it, how you think life would be for you?
I don't think about it.
You don't?
No, the reason is because I didn't have any self boundaries. I mentioned that in the book. I didn't have self boundaries. That's how I ended up in a bunch of situations that I was in. Like my favorite story in there is my 21st birthday. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was all me not having boundaries. You know what I'm saying? And me having false loyalty. You know what I'm saying? Because if I had boundaries and was loyal to myself, I would have told dude, no, dog, I'm not going. You know what I'm saying? Because in hindsight, you wouldn't put that thing on a nigga for me.
Yeah, because you got that phone call. And it's crazy because like I said, I remember me getting a phone call, kind of like my boy, like he was doing some bullshit, robbing niggas and shit like that. Like, Shad, you want to make this extra money? No, nigga, I know. I'm just bullshit with you. Next day, they on Channel 4 News.
Right, and you know what I'm saying? And that situation taught me a lot about the guys who was around me. You know what I'm saying? And what it taught me is they still around each other the same way that I would have imagined that we would be around each other this many years later. But as I look back, we wasn't never supposed to be around them guys because how we were. You know what I'm saying? I'm only front line because I got heart and got nuts and I got my own gun and I got my own money and I got my own. So I don't gotta call a nigga. You know what I'm saying? If I call a nigga, because I've called niggas before, you know what I'm saying? But if I called a nigga, I'm willing to do whatever I'm calling this other motherfucker to do. You know what I'm saying? And nothing's wrong if you're not willing to do that. I'm not saying niggas is bitches because niggas, like, to me, Trey and Boys in the Hood was the realest nigga because he knew he didn't. And niggas trying to make fun of Trey, but like, Trey didn't end up dead and he wouldn't have ended up in prison for life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was on a path of destruction on some other nigga shit. Like, that wasn't my problem. And I didn't like the girl that he was with, and I'm gonna mention it in another book why I didn't like her. And so once I realized why we were there, I'm out, dog. You know what I'm saying? But we too deep in.
And like I said, Wes was the realest, like, cause he in the car, he like, you know what, dog?
This ain't me, nigga.
Yeah.
This ain't me. Nigga, look, I know my daddy.
I was saying my dad.
Listen, because you remember, you got to look at, I'm not saying niggas didn't know their daddy, but we talking about Trey. My daddy loved me. Yeah. I know my daddy, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, but my, like, when I went to the county jail, that was actually the first time that I was an individual. Mm-hmm. That actually changed me and my brother relationship. Mm-hmm. No, you know what I'm saying? Where I don't know when he realized his individualism. You know what I'm saying? So when I went to the county jail, so I got sentenced to a year in Dickerson and a year of probation. You know what I'm saying? And when I went to the county jail for the first time, when I was fighting the case, I wasn't scared. I just didn't know what to expect. You know what I'm saying? So, but I had to be on my own. Now, Dog was in the county with me. He was just somewhere else. So we wasn't seeing each other or nothing. So I was on my own. And that was the first time I actually accepted the fact that I didn't even not think of myself as not an individual. You know what I'm saying? But when I realized that, then my whole attitude changed. Not necessarily for the best, because I was looking at the bad motherfuckers, 2 attempted murders. You know what I'm saying? And I was preparing myself to be evil, be a savage, be whatever. I was, you know what I'm saying? Because I already had a knuckle game, been fighting and shit like that. Now niggas think I put that iron on you. I was just put in a bad. I put myself. I put myself in a bad situation. And I take full accountability for that. I was mad for years. Like, you know what I'm saying? Me and Dog ain't talked for years. Like, we still don't talk, but I went to his wedding. His grandfather died a couple days after I got out of jail. You know what I'm saying? I was there for that. I still call his family my family. That's still family. But, I mean, shit, you still family, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's just that situation, that could have ruined my life.
Forever.
You know what I'm saying? Forever. You know what I'm saying? It put a hold on it. But, like, that's why I would never put a young nigga in no situation. I'm not nobody's big homie. I'm a man, and I'm going to tell you, hey, man, you could do whatever you want to do. But if you kill somebody, you going in that bitch by yourself. Oh, sure. If you sell these drugs, you going in this bitch by yourself. If you decide to tell on a nigga, you got to deal with what come with that by yourself. You an individual.
Now, you reference your daughter a lot during this interview. Are you trying to be a better person and change her? Due to her, like, if she wasn't around, would you care to even be a better person?
I can't imagine her not being around, because even in the book, like I mentioned when her mom told me she was pregnant, how I actually felt initially. Like, I did all the things right. I used the rubber, blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? How did I end up having a baby? You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't. Well, we actually planned that. We sat down and we planned to have a baby. We planned to get married. We planned to have a kid and all of that, but the way it happened,
it wasn't according to the plan.
The kid came first. You know what I'm saying? So I was upset with myself, and I was upset at the fact because I didn't want it to end up a baby mama, baby daddy situation. And that's, like I said, my brother been married damn near 20 years. His shit was different. You know what I'm saying? And people go compare us all the time. So, and then, but then I got another brother who single father shit, saying like you, he got his daughter all the time. She go over to mama house on Christmas and all of that. So I seen it work, but I just wanted it to work for me, what was best for me. And I knew that I'm a helicopter dad. You know what that means? No, exactly. That means I hover over my daughter. So if my daughter playing right there, I'm right here. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker, like, we be on movies and shit. If a motherfucker tell me my daughter pretty too many times, man or woman,
it's a problem.
Like, no, my nigga.
No, it's a problem.
I turn into the nigga on set that who's this nigga? Like, you know what I'm saying? The energy is because these motherfuckers out here sick. You know what I'm saying?
Sick as hell, bro.
So I'm a helicopter dad. So, and I knew I was gonna be like that because, man, I got into a crazy, or I didn't really put it in the book, like, because, so what the book is, I'm going to turn every chapter into its own book. Okay. So You Weren't Good Enough is going to be about dedication and inspiration, because referencing You Weren't Good Enough, my mom made me the best person ever by telling me that, because that's the first time I understood I put in the hard work to get better. I wasn't good enough. And so some moms would have coddled their son, don't worry, blah, blah, blah.
We talk about it a lot. A lot of mamas put a lot of boys in bad situations.
Because of that. And that's what I'm saying. So by her saying that, and see, my mom never know I remember that. Like, she just finished the book. I could tell because where her bookmark is at in there. I can't wait to talk about it with her. You know what I'm saying? But like, that was the best thing she could have did for me.
Hell yeah.
So, her telling me I wasn't good enough was the actual truth. It was hard, but it was true, and the truth the truth hurts.
Don't lie to me.
Yeah. So I reference my daughter a lot is because, like I said, you parent differently once you know more. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, oh, I'm becoming a better person, which ultimately leads to me becoming a better father.
For sure.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, because I'm dad, you can ask me for whatever. I tell her no all the time.
Yeah.
Like my daughter is a spoiled brat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because she's the only granddaughter on her mother's side by the youngest daughter. My wife is the youngest kid, and she got the girl, the only girl.
Okay.
So she's spoiled. She a brat.
Yeah.
But that shit don't work on me.
Yeah.
Daddy, can I get some Roblox? How many makeup sets you sell? You still owe me money because I invested in you. You know what I'm saying? And they like, damn, you harsh with her. No, because in the real world, if a motherfucker invests, they gonna want to return on their investment. You in the hole. You know what I'm saying? You in the hole. You talk about Roblox. I said Roblox is somebody investment. I kick it to her like that because
they need that
raw honesty. Because like when Flowers Are Dead, when I talk about my grandfather, you know what I'm saying, like, and still hard work in me, I had no clue. You start tomorrow. Yeah. And tomorrow it wasn't no sugar coat. I had been looking at that motherfucking garden my whole life up until then. I've been seeing my granddaddy go to work, get up, go out there in the garden, blah blah blah. Yeah. And he looked. Everybody worked in the garden.
Yeah, cause you was gardening and hooping.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Gardening, hooping. My cousin lived across the street in the projects. I'm gonna run over there, walk up, fuck around with cuz and my cousin Black. You know what I'm saying? Like, so all of that I'm instilling in her the 2025 version for the world she go live in.
And like the whole blame thing, you see that early, man. 'Cause me being a coach, you see that the kids growing up starting off blaming people.
That's all they do.
They never
it's the ref. It's the blah blah
my teammates and something like that. You know what I'm saying?
I'm a hard nosed coach, even because I tell the kids, hey man, even if you never play again after this, you go learn something here. You go use for the rest of your life. Yeah. I'm not a basketball coach. I'm coaching your life. And
exactly.
I don't care if you're the most talented. If you the nigga fucking off in practice, hey dog, sit your ass on the bench, bro.
Yeah.
And the problem is, we live in a participation world. Kids want trophies for showing up.
Yeah,
you ain't done. You paid.
I came.
Your parents paid. That's why you here. You know what I'm saying? But even in Flowers Are Dead, man, when I talk about my grandfather, you know what I'm saying, Ronald Legion, like I could give you, I break down all, like, to Shelby, I tell her, you know, you 6 generations. This is how you got here. This is what a generation is. You're on his family tree, but we are our own family tree. And I break that all the way down to the point that she's hearing it from me. Nobody else gonna be able to tell you. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm telling you what was told to me. So if any of what I'm telling you is not the truth or the whole truth, it wasn't me lying to you. This is what I heard. You know what I'm saying? And that matters to me, that I keep it like that with my daughter, because I'm raising you outside.
Yeah, and that's you gotta be one of the ones that we talking about when they're blaming everybody else.
Yeah. Like, if she do some shit that I ain't cool with, I tell her immediately. But I used to be hella stern because that's how my mom was. That's how my granddaddy was. Like, and I don't parent soft. I just gotta take my tone down. I never would my daughter. I raise my voice and she cry. Okay. And that's big to me. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
That's big to me. Like, you know.
How do you continue to keep moving through pain, but also working through that at the same time?
Man, I just live that shit day by day, man. Because every even with, like, so just to reference, I'm about to just break down my November till now. Okay. So my dad dies in November, you know what I'm saying? In January, me and my wife is knowing it's pretty much over. We about to get a divorce. In February, my driver crashed my truck. You know what I'm saying? I had a truck. I was doing the truck. Yeah. I was focused on that. And it was working. It was lucrative. My driver crashed my truck. I lost the truck. In March, I lost my job. You know what I'm saying? And then April, I was putting together the pieces, bouncing back, was unemployed for a minute, found a job, blah, blah, blah. And May, my dad's birthday. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was prepared. Okay. I knew it was coming. This was May 23rd. This is last week, literally. You know what I'm saying? So the thing was, no matter where me and my dad's relationship was at 12:01 on May 23rd, because that was a birthday gift to my dad, me and my brother, and he was always proud of us. The good thing I can say that my dad was on the podcast before we had a birthday episode, and we talked, and then before he died, we had him record and stuff about his life. So I got a good 20 to 30 minutes of him just talking. Is he got a list of shit that we were saying, and he would read the list, and he would like, I'm gonna talk about this today. Blah blah blah. You hear Tupac playing in the background, like it's my dad. It is, so I was thankful for that, and but that phone call ain't coming at 12:01.
Yeah, man. At what point do you let people know that you're not okay? Because it's like a self-help book. Like, when do you let people know? Like,
immediately. That's the problem. Like, you have to. Okay, first you have to take accountability. Yeah. That's how you find out that you're not okay. Yeah. Because for years I just okay, fellas and people, bottling your emotions up is actually being more emotional than not letting them out. Yeah. Because once them shits explode and you have an emotional breakdown, it's gonna be worse. So like, you have to let. It don't matter who you let know, and what I mean by that is you don't give a fuck how they look at you. Like, so like, if you having a conversation with your wife and you don't want her to see you in a certain light, damn that, bro. Yeah. Because you know what I'm saying? Because she gonna respect you more once y'all start having them conversations. Like, listen, I'm fucked up. Because like, me and my wife, we never argued about money. We never, but little bullshit arguments because of the affair turned into big shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and I'm not mad at that. Like I said, I disrespected my vows, I disrespected my wife, but more importantly, I disrespected my father's family tree. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's what I'm upset about. Like, I'm not mad at how anything play out between me and me and my wife or whatever, as long as I don't disrespect the family tree moving forward. Like, we could get back together and be married happily ever after and all of that. But whatever we do, I gotta honor the family, because my daddy instilled certain shit in me as adults. He told me you're your problem. Yeah,
see, the title alone slap you in the face like, damn.
Like, yeah. Because like, niggas know that's true.
Yeah, that's why I said, first thing I said, like, then you automatically gonna think about yourself.
Yeah.
Like,
and when he told me that, like, me and my dad became best friends after we had a conversation, and everything I ever felt like hate, negative, whatever left. We became really good friends. So we would have adult men conversations, and then he would be my father. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like he was like he's just talking, and then his father shit kick in. And I remember we was I'm at the table, because when I had moved, I had lived in Trenton while I was working in Trenton, because I worked at Chrysler and shit. And when I moved, I ran a hella play, and I told the landlord, because we lived on like some private apartments. So I told the landlord that I was going out of town for work, and my dad would be staying here, but he would just go get the insurance in his name in case something happened. So my daddy ain't have to fill out no application fee or nothing. And he was there up until he moved to the to the other place. You know what I'm saying? So he was there. That was the most stability I ever had seen him have. He didn't have no. You know what I'm saying? He was. Everybody loved him at the complex. You know what I'm saying? So if I would go to work and leave early, go holler at my dad for a couple hours. So we was having these conversations, and we sitting at the table, and he rolling some cigarettes. But before he died, I gotta say though, before he died, he quit smoking cigarettes, he quit drinking, he quit all of that. Like, the last time we seen each other, it was actually September 25th, 2024, and we was at the Festival of Lights, was in Romulus, was actually in front of his apartment building that he lived in, and he stopped eating sugar and shit for real, because I was like, hey, you want one of these elephant ears? And he's like, no, son, I don't eat that shit no more. And it's a picture with me, him, Antoine, and my nephew. Okay. So, and he rolling up his cigarettes with this little machine, and I'm laughing at him, and I'm over there rolling up a blunt. You know what I'm saying? I got my little shot of Crown Royal. I got him some beer from the store, and we talking and shit. And we was talking about some hoes or something, or something that was fucked up in my marriage at the time. I know what we was talking. You know what I'm saying? That's what we was talking about. And I'm not asking advice. We just talking. You know what I'm saying? That nigga like, man. He ain't say you're your problem. He like, man, you your own problem. Yeah. I'm like, man, you got some nerve. You know what I'm saying? For sure. But those words hit me different. Like, when I left, like, now I'm high and I'm faded when I'm leaving.
And you really thinking.
And I'm thinking like, damn, like I'm feeling myself, or I'm not working hard. Whatever it is, I'm the problem. Like, and that shit just. So when I decided this, I had actually said I wasn't writing shit else. I got 2 books in the tuck. You know what I'm saying? And I got like I got 3 books in the tuck that's good enough that if anybody ever mentioned me writing again, hey, we could put this out, make some money, shit like that. But I'm like, man, I ain't writing no more. Shelby wasn't interested in writing no more. She was movies and all of this shit. And I'm at the crib, bro, and I was about to go to work because I work a midnight job. And I said, I just sat at the computer. I grabbed my computer out. And I just started writing notes. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I was to write, it'd have to be, you know what I'm saying? I'm just brainstorming. And I called off. And from 10 to 6 that night,
you writing?
I wrote the outline.
Yeah.
Called off the next day from 10 to 6 that night.
So you had no anticipation writing? It just came out just like you started?
It just came out. I had like, literally, I probably started writing this book May 16th, bro. It was out by May 23rd, bro. Today, May 30th. Like, I had nothing. And then this is my best work. I know it's my best work because of the response I'm getting. I hit #1 on Amazon bestsellers. Amazon self-help new release. The other day, I looked up and it was #1. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, oh, okay, like, people reading this shit. And then everybody who I let read it early, the advanced copies, they like, bro, I've been there.
Yeah, like, and that's why I say it hit me because, like, a lot of times, I'm not gonna lie, man. I'll try to excuses, man. I'm still fighting through excuses. I make excuses for everything.
But but that's why it's self-help because you already recognize that you do that, bro. You know what I'm saying?
That's
like
the first part.
A lot of people don't, like, niggas go their whole life blaming the whole. Oh, we blame the white man. We blame the bitch. We blame such and such. We blame all of these people, and then how the fuck is all of these people against you, dog? Like
everybody.
Yeah, it's you, nigga. Like my energy when I step in the room, I got a dark energy, bro. But it's like the Joker. Like, so when me and my wife got married, we got married on Halloween. She was Harley Quinn. I was the Joker. So you married an evil clown ass nigga. Like, I'm a clown. Like, but on some evil shit. Like, kill you, stand over you, and laugh. Like, while I'm doing it. You put that energy out there. So when I walk in the room, it's like niggas like you know what I'm saying? Because I don't got nothing to prove, but I know what I do. You know what I'm saying? It's like that shit be in you. You know what I'm saying? It's in me. It's not on me. Like, I don't gotta, like, even with when in my 21st birthday, when I'm talking about I had no intentions on getting caught. I had every intention on going to do what I said I was going to do. I'm on the phone with my homeboy. I'm going to see you later. You got your hoes, I got mine. I will see you later. I looked at my bulletproof vest. I don't know if I put that in there, but I looked at my bulletproof vest and I grabbed the gun.
You put it in there.
And why am I 19 years old with a gun and a bulletproof vest? You know what I'm saying?
No, for sure.
Like I haven't harmed nobody to the point of that they want to shoot me. You know what I'm saying? Or want to harm me. But when I looked at the bulletproof vest, I didn't even give them niggas enough credit to have guns. You know what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? I just grabbed my strap. A case. It go down. I'm in my head. I'm about to go blast these niggas in case. I don't even know who I'm going to blast. You feel me? And this is why that matters to me now, right? Because I grew up around the whole city of Inkster. I got niggas from all over that I'm friends with that niggas wouldn't even know I'm friends with. So I'm hopping in the car with a nigga going to see about some other niggas, and I don't ask one question about who we going to fuck with, so I could have pulled up and it could have been one of my mans in them, and you hop out the wrong way and they with that shit too. I don't even know where I'm going. I just know I'm going. No self boundaries, bro. No self boundaries. I ended up in situations sexually with hoes and all of that shit. No way should I be fucking you. Like, you know what I'm saying? My caliber of nigga, I'm going down. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
You feel me? Like, no self boundaries. I'm just chasing what everybody else think is cool. You know what I'm saying?
You said for years you blamed others. Like, when did you stop doing? When did you realize like it was you?
Slowly but surely. I'm gonna tell you a conversation that me and Antoine had. He was the manager at establishment, and I was the team leader at work, which is basically a managerial position. If you ever worked at the plant, you know the team leader is the liaison between the union and a union worker and the supervisor. You know what I'm saying? They go come to the team leader and talk shit. So I'm like, man, these motherfuckers giving me a hard ass time, dog, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, damn, with you, he building niggas. Every nigga he hired go on to do great shit. And he was like, hey, man, you just not a good team leader, bro. Like have you ever thought about it? Like, like have you ever thought about the fact that everything you telling me and everything I'm telling you, it just sounds like you're not a good team leader. And from that day forward, I started looking inward. Like, then I go back and start implementing shit, and they start loving me. They start fucking with me. You know what I'm saying? And that is another conversation that I could reference where it may, because again, bro, I'm doing whatever the fuck I want to do. I'm not even having my way. I'm having a way. This ain't my way. You know what I'm saying? I'm really what Shelby is if I didn't get corrupted by certain shit. Right? Walk in the room. Like, so when my daughter walks, so I'm a dark energy, but there's nothing wrong with being a dark energy. Dark don't mean bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, my dark energy, I'm a mirror. I'm going to bring out whatever in you. The shit you don't like about yourself, I'm going to, you know what I'm saying? So even like with my marriage, right? I only started going to counseling because we started going to marriage counseling, and then my counselor like, hey, I need to talk to you. You know what I'm saying? By yourself. You know? Which actually ruined the counseling because now she can't talk to us again because now I'm talking, we're having conversations and I might reference shit in my marriage. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So that's the only reason I even went to counseling, right? But when I started going to counseling, I'm noticing like, oh, you a mirror. Like, you know what I'm saying? So the counselor asked one time, what's a non-negotiable? And I said, well, I'm unconditional love. I don't give a fuck. Certain shit go happen. She was like, oh, well, normally when I ask that motherfucker say infidelity, I said, well, what's the circumstances? You know what I'm saying? Because I don't equate sex with love. Did you go fucking nigga because we needed some money? Because I used to be a real pimp. So a lot of shit and my wife like, nigga can't bring no baby to the crib. Hey, but she didn't say I couldn't fuck outside the marriage. Them two different things. Now, she might have meant
that, but she didn't state that.
Yeah. So what did I do? I tested that. I didn't bring a baby home, but I did everything that would possibly bring a baby home. And I wasn't a cheater. I got to reference that because a lot of people get this misconstrued. Having an affair and cheating is two different things. I wouldn't even fuck another bitch outside of when I was having my affair or whatever. You know what I'm saying? When you have an affair, you have a person that you're fucking with, and women would probably think that's worse because they feel like you have some type of feelings for this person.
Yeah, because I would think that's worse for
if you're right. Because if you a cheater, that means Shad can't get drunk because he gonna try to fuck something. No matter where he at, we might be at the barbecue together. You know what I'm saying? But my thing wasn't like that. I didn't even have to like. So how the shit exploded? My wife went through my phone one time or whatever, and she asked me about it, and I ain't denied. And then some real shit is, me and my cousin was at work one night, and I said to this nigga, hey man, I'm about to go over this bitch crib this weekend, and if my wife called me, I'm gonna really work on my marriage. And he like, what? I said, dog, she's never called me while I'm over here. Not one time. Not one time has she called me. Bro, I wasn't in the house 6 minutes.
Ring.
She called me. I don't even answer the phone. I just leave. But we sharing locations. Like I'm saying, I now at this time I wasn't having an affair. I was just. This is when I'm getting more in tune with the universe and spirit, and you know what I'm saying. So when she called me, it fucked me up, and I left. But when I got home, she already had checked my location. It was downhill from there. You know what I'm saying? It was downhill from there. And even though I haven't fucked with old girl in years, but. You can't tell nobody that.
That shit goes out. I was fucking, but
you can't tell nobody that. So I ain't mad at you believing me or not believing me. Like I already, but I think by me saying and it wasn't an argument that ensued, that kind of might have fucked shit up. Like because you expecting a confrontation and you expecting an argument.
You trying to fight for the lie.
And I'm like, you got me.
How would you feel if the shoes on the other foot?
I don't think about that because so.
Because I always ask that because a lot of times that's what I ain't gonna say it's the only reason that stopped me, but a lot of times I always think about, all right, what if this person was doing what I'm thinking about doing?
I used to think, who's making love to my old lady when I'm out making love to yours? Who sing that song? But you heard the song before. So in my head, this could possibly be going on anyway. Like I still don't know if it was or not. Because if I admitted it, you don't gotta say shit. You know what I'm saying? Sure. You don't gotta say shit. So once you know what I'm saying? Like, I say that I was disgusted with who I was, and it stopped being pleasurable because it was starting to go. It was more going against of what I wanted to do and who I was. Like, the more and more I started looking at my wife a certain way, the farther and farther she was getting away from me, just emotionally. And
was it like what was the need for you to even start, like even do that? Like, knowing
because I do what I want.
Okay.
Plain
and simple.
It had nothing to do with nobody else but me.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? And then the other person who was involved, she not married. She wasn't married.
Yeah.
She don't got no commitment to nobody. And then, like I said, that was my girlfriend. Like, that was my real girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I went and found somebody. This was like, and then I'm a trauma bond. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna trauma bond with a motherfucker for sure. Like, all my real relationships have been trauma bonds. If people know, if they into that and know what that means, like, we bonded over some type of trauma. You know what I'm saying? Whether you might not have had your dad or your person, it was one of your people got killed. And, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I say. I'm a mirror, and so I'm gonna test whatever you hate about yourself. That's the energy I got. That's not a bad thing though. You know what I'm saying? Like, bitches done went on and had great relationships after me and shit like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's funny now to think about it, but like, the more and more I'm learning about spirituality and all of that, like, even with I don't mention it in the book. I'm gonna get into it in something else though. But like, I was a diehard extremist, damn near Muslim at one point. You know what I'm saying? And to counter that, when I started doing everything against Islam, except for eating pork. I'm drinking and shit like that. I'm doing whatever I want to do just because whatever is my show. But it is my show. I'm just watching it wrong. I'm acting it out wrong. You know what I'm saying?
What do you say to people that is in your circle that just like on blaming shit? Like, do you check niggas? Like,
but we go check each other because it's a small crew. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even a lot of people don't know. Like, before my dad died, me and my brother wasn't talking for months. You know what I'm saying? Like, no. I'm saying we wasn't talking, bro. We wasn't talking. You go from talking to a nigga every day to not talk. We in a text group, me, him, and my sister, and we're talking around each other. We're places together, and we're talking around each other. And only one person recognized that, my daddy. And my daddy asked me one day out of the blue, hey, you and your brother not talking? And I didn't even call my brother and say, nigga, you told Pops we wasn't talking? I asked him after my daddy died, you told my daddy we wasn't talking? No. Well, he asked me about that. That's how strong my dad knew his sons, you know what I'm saying?
You mind me asking why y'all wasn't talking?
He thought I wasn't talking to him, and I thought he wasn't talking to me. That's the conclusion we came up to. I asked him. But this the crazy part. It took me so long. This is like not too long ago. I'm like, hey, bro, why did we stop talking? He was like, oh, bro, because you stopped talking to me. And I'm like, no, nigga, you stopped talking to me. But even in that picture with my daddy, the last picture that we took, because all of us in there, we wasn't talking. We wasn't talking. But I thought he wasn't talking to me.
I'll tell y'all right, y'all nightmare.
Nigga, his daughter will pass me my nephew. Shelby still go over his crib. I still do shit with my nieces, and we not saying a word to each other. Like, so you go from texting a million times to a nigga, and that fucked me. So I'm going through all of that leading up to my dad dying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And then like so right when y'all pops passed away, y'all like, man, what the fuck?
The next day we together moving this shit out.
I got into it with my brother a couple weeks ago.
I couldn't imagine not talking to my brother no more.
And we over some bullshit. And that's what this self-help book had me think about him as well. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times we use things and blame stuff. We could use death, family, anything just to blame.
Yeah. And I won't even say we start talking because my dad died. We had the opportunity to be around each other, moving his stuff out, and we started talking. Because again, I had the truck, so we didn't have to go rent no truck. It's only me. My sister not about to help move none of this shit down. She grabbed the stuff that she could grab, and we're there for hours. So we had, what you been up to? You know what I'm saying? That's even how I got back into coaching. So when I was telling you this was so I got back into coaching basketball because I was just going to support my brother. I had no thought about coaching the junior Lakers, the Lakers this year. I was just there to see my brother coach, just because supporting him. You know what I'm saying? And then the program director who run it was like, I got a group of kids who need you. I'm like, what? No, they don't need a coach. They need you. Yeah. So that's how I got back into it. You know what man.
I'm saying? And these kids do be needing like positive role models, man, because like you said, a lot of kids ain't got no dads at the crib, and they just need somebody, bro.
And even if
sometimes
they
you need
do,
somebody
man,
to cuss your ass out too.
Yeah. And I'm gonna be 100, man. I just love being around the kids because it be funny to me because I remember being that kid, those kids.
Exactly.
Like my favorite players don't got nothing to do with talent, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like the talented kid go get the special treatment. The talented kid go get the attention, man. Like my favorite player, I like the kids that I love these little guys, man, and they call me coach, man, and that matters. So that matters how I act in public.
And you said something earlier about if a nigga say your daughter cute too many times, we got a problem. I be telling my girls like, listen, hey, watch out for these motherfucking coaches too. After me, make sure you watch out for these dudes. Because when I went to high school, I'm like, listen, hey, don't come in here dressed like nope, go back, change or you ain't practicing. I said because if your pops walk in and you dress like this and I'm right as a coach, I'm gonna check me. Like, why you say nothing to my daughter dressing like
bro,
this?
I'm everybody's dad when you in my presence, bro. I'm everybody's dad when you in my presence, bro. Like I care about the kids and because the kids is innocent. Even when you meet the little motherfuckers who not, they don't even have a, you know what I'm saying? Some of these niggas, like I said, I don't get this. The reason I'm telling my story like this is because I grew up eating fresh vegetables. I grew up learning things from my family. I grew up with all these. Some people don't get that. I ain't never missed a meal, bro. I ain't never, the lights ain't never been cut off, bro. I ain't never had them problems. I didn't have to start selling drugs because I wanted a pair of Jordans, nigga. You know what I'm saying? When I picked up my weed bag or whatever, nigga, that was my decision. Like as a kid, I remember how I got my first gun. That was me being a thief. You know what I'm saying? That was me, and I was ready for whatever. I can't blame nobody else. Like, yeah, my mom was hard on us, but like I said, by the time I was 14, I was out the crib. By the summer of between 9th and 10th grade, I was completely out the house, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I lived with other people, and I love the fact that somebody would do that. And you know what I'm saying? But I was paying rent when I was living with somebody else. You know what I'm saying? So, motherfucker, I had adult authority after my parents, but I mean, at some point, I did feel like my parents didn't want me. I don't live with my mom or my dad, but I'm thriving. You know what I'm saying? And so it don't seem as bad as it was. Like emotionally, it was fucked up for me. I didn't understand that then. You know what I'm saying? When you around somebody and you with them, they mom and they dad, and you live there too. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? You feel like as a kid, I'm feeling like, damn. But I ain't got to be in the crib at 12 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of these young ladies' first experiences in high school hanging out is at my house because you could drink in my house. You could drink, smoke, and fuck. You can do whatever you want over here, man. Ain't no way I would want my daughter around that shit. Fuck no, nigga. Hell no. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely not, dog. Is this book help? Are you still? I know you're still healing. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. This is so real time. Like,
no, for sure.
Like, okay, so on my dad's birthday, we planted a rose bush in my mother's backyard. And like, for the last week, I just been out there by the rose bush. I hooked Charlie as my Shih Tzu. I hooked Charlie up next to me. So the cool thing, like even with Charlie, so me and my wife wasn't living together, but it wasn't that we was supposed to get a house and it didn't go through. So she had to go somewhere, I had to go somewhere, and I had to ended up going to Antoine's house, and Charlie couldn't come. My dad had Charlie. So. And I live at home with my mom now. I tell you in the book, I lost it all, nigga. Anything you could possibly think of, like any trauma or grief or dramatic situation that somebody could go through in their life, it was like bam, 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 right? Best thing that ever could happen to me, starting from zero.
Yeah, because now you got to build it back up.
Yeah, starting from zero, knowing what I know now. You know how a nigga be like, if I would have knew then what I knew now. I know now. I know now. I know now. So, but the cool thing for me is like Charlie got to live with my mom and my dad, and he loved both of them. Like, you know what I'm saying? So me and Charlie will be back there by the rose bush, and you know when you plant a tree. Oh, so we planted a tree with some of his ashes because my dad got cremated. That's what this is. This is my dad on my chest. Like, you know what I'm saying? These is his ashes right here. And I got me one of these, my brother one, and my sister one with their favorite pictures and shit. So we took some of his ashes. We planted a rose bush. And anytime you plant any tree, or a rose bush or whatever, it's go the whatever roses or whatever on there first go die. You know what I'm saying? Because you had to resoil it and all that. So I just took the rose petals that died. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say flowers are dead. When you say give somebody your flowers, you're really giving them that's dead. They already dead. You know what I'm saying? Like when you think about, because I know how to grow shit. Yeah. My grandfather taught me how to plant seeds and grow. Yeah. So I just took the initial flowers that the initial roses. I took them and I put them in a candle that I got from him and I burnt them. You know what I'm saying? So I just be out there sitting by the rose bush, looking at that shit, and I feel like he there because now he ashes to ashes, dirt to dirt, bro. If they put you in a casket, you never go touch the dirt again. If you get your people cremated and plant a tree, because I got my cousin Black, they planted a tree in his project for him. You know what I'm saying? Them roots is in the ground.
I think did he pass around the time you came on the show?
No, Black passed in 2015.
It was an anniversary or something. It was a birthday or something.
His birthday, December. If it was December 27th, his birthday, I probably had on a black shirt. Like, Black was so influential on us with music, man. Like, that's... I told you I wanted to be... In the book, I say I want to be an international criminal. And one would ask...
you said that before on the show, too.
Yeah, one would ask, how would a kid think to be an international criminal? With G.I. Joe. Cobras. They was international criminals. I want to be an international criminal.
Outside of the book, is there anything else that you're doing to, heal during this whole little, what I'm saying, journey of yours?
I stopped smoking weed, bro. You know what I'm saying? I stopped
when
smoking.
You stopped that?
I probably ain't smoking no weed, and I'm probably damn near going on a month and a half, 2 months. And I'm getting high all day, every day at the time, because I wanted to deal with shit sober, bro. I wanted to, because again, reflecting, a lot of the situations I was in, I was sober. So I couldn't blame no drugs. I mean, you talk about fucking with the whole, some of my wildest sexual experiences, threesomes, all of that. I was sober. So when I went and got into that trouble when I was a 20-year-old kid, I was sober. So it's no reason for me to build any codependency on anything to try to deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I knew I had hit rock bottom with not just smoking weed, but with substances, because I didn't used to drink, right? And this Christmas, somebody got me a bottle Crown Royal, and I only drink Crown Royal because that's what my granddaddy used to drink. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You drink the whole thing?
The whole thing.
Yeah,
nigga, no, listen. I was passed out. Like, I was, like, literally, I drunk so much, I just went to sleep. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, I can't numb this. I got to deal with this, because everything I'm going through, if I build a codependency on something, then that's just gonna cause me to blame that when something else don't go right. Now, I used to wouldn't drink shit. Now I'm drinking a whole bottle. Now I'm saying, oh, well, the weed is helping me eat and all that. Well, I don't even eat the shit that I get high to used to eat. I don't eat sweets and shit no more. So my homegirl, she had access to some weed, any kind of weed I wanted or whatever. And I called her one day, went and got some weed. I'm rolling a blunt, hit the weed. I look at how much weed left. I'm tight. Yeah. I smoked that blunt. I didn't tell myself that I was going to stop smoking weed. That's what I didn't do. I didn't tell. But then in my head, my daddy said when he stopped using drugs, he was like, hey, son, ain't no last hurrahs. You don't tell yourself that this going to be my last time, because you're going to overdo it. You're going to overdo it, and it ain't going to work for you. You know what I'm saying? So I smoked that bitch. That was it. I didn't even think twice about it. You know what I'm saying? And when I say I used to be high all the time, like from December to February, I was blow. You know what I'm saying? Gone. Mushrooms, everything. You know what I'm saying? But I never got into hard drugs. You know what I'm saying? Because I was scared I might like them.
Definitely. Yeah, they get hooked. It's a wrap.
Yeah.
Man, dog. So, is there any story? I kind of know the answer to this, but is there anything that you wish you can go back and change? Because I know the type of person you is. You gonna say, no, fuck that. I'm not changing nothing.
No, man. I really wish that I could change that basketball, man. Fighting Jeff, bro. I really because that made me not like basketball, bro. Like because in 8th grade when I came, like 8th grade year, I was ready. I didn't want to get in no trouble, and the school fucked us over. But we gave them the ammo. You know what I'm saying? It's the white hoes loving us. Bitches taking us to the mall, buying us shit. Man, they kicked us out of school, bro. They said we was extorting motherfuckers. Like extort. I didn't even know what that meant. That's a mob charge. You know what I'm saying? We 8th grade kids, and you saying we extorting the school, bro. Like, because the white hoes love us. You know what I'm saying? And buying us shit, taking beepers and shit from their parents and bringing them to us. It was a whole fiasco. But when we went to junior, but that was actually the best thing that could have happened for us because we went to the school in the community and we got to go to school with my twin sisters. That's the only time we ever went to school with my twin sisters. You know what I'm saying? And I don't really touch on no much in the book because I'm gonna get into that a little later. You know what I'm saying? But see, even with Inkster, my wife knew my twin sisters before I knew them. You know what I'm saying? That's how much the families and shit be going back. You know what I'm saying?
Now, are you gonna reflect and write something like after this until like the end of the year? Like, cause you talking about stuff in your past. Are you gonna talk about your stuff in present that's kind of helping you? You know what I'm saying? Become better you.
Yeah. But like I said, each chapter is gonna be its own book.
Story. Yeah.
It is so you weren't good enough. Now I get to tell more stories about where, and it's not in a chronological order. You know what I'm saying? I'm not writing in a chronological order, and I'm writing now. I'm writing these. Well, I'm not even writing them. They're coming out of me to help other people. So it's not a particular order. Like my daughter read in that book, and she get to read that chapter creation. You know what I'm saying? And she go read that I was mad at God when I first found out her mama was pregnant. She go ask me about that. I know her. You know what I'm saying? She go read what is an affair, what happened. You know what I'm saying? And
you ready to answer those questions?
Yeah, because I got to hold myself accountable for it. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't wait to answer those questions. I can't wait because the conversations about the book go bring out. That I'm not faking. I'm not trying to sell you nothing. I'm just telling you my story and how I know how it works. You know,
as an adult, when the last time you felt like you wasn't good enough? I feel like that just past year. Like, damn, I know I'm a good coach, but it's like I know my team was trash. But I'm like, damn, gotta get my shit together. Like
because you feel like you could build them up.
I could plan more.
I felt like I wasn't good enough as a husband. I don't feel like I respected it enough. I didn't respect the vows, and I wrote my own vows. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't like. I felt like as a husband who now that I know, I didn't know the responsibilities. So I feel like that was my fault. You know what I'm saying? Because I put so much into everything else. So I felt like, no, I wasn't good enough as a husband. Not that she would say I wasn't. Of course, you going to say I wasn't good enough. I did you. You feel like I did you wrong. But like the accountability for that is I didn't take it serious enough. I didn't respect my marriage. I didn't respect everything that comes with it, because being married and being a father are two different things.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? They don't go hand in hand, bro. They don't go hand in hand, and a lot of people get that confused. I wasn't married because I was a father. I was married because I loved the person I married. I was a father because I loved the person I married, and we created my beautiful daughter. You know what I'm saying? And I would look at it as, well, I'm doing good by Shelby. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But then I'm looking at her mama, I'm not doing good by her. And I'm a better person than that. So it wasn't, it don't got nothing to do with who the individual was. I wasn't a good husband too. It was that, oh, you didn't do good at that job. That's a job that you failed miserably at that because you didn't individualize your being a husband as well as the generalization of being a husband.
Are you more than just being a good dad? I asked that because we was talking about this, and I'm like, when people say, "Oh, you a good dad," that's my job.
Yeah, that's yeah. Like you said, that's my favorite name. Like, that's my favorite name.
That's my job. So when people say that, it's kind of like, okay, I get it,
but you,
is that it? Like, cause this what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah, this is second nature. This is no, I don't. Me being a good dad is not a compliment to me. You know what I'm saying? It's not and like that might sound crazy to people who expect it not to be good. I'm too good at everything else like, that I don't give a shit about.
I get mad when people post stuff on Facebook about being a good dad, nigga.
Yeah, I'm a good you. I don't give a fuck about Father's Day because I don't need nobody to tell me I'm a good dad. Now you look around and there's a bunch of trash ass dads, but that don't got nothing to do with me. Like I'm a good dad. I don't even know if I'm a good dad yet. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. I know that I'm installing certain things in my daughter for her to deal with the world. Not my world, but the world. I don't know I'm a good dad when I see her putting in hard work to get something she wants. I don't know I'm a good dad when I see certain things. But as of now, I'm just... because you don't get to judge that.
But even with you saying that, you can still be a good dad and your kids still make mistakes.
It's not no. I'm not talking about mistakes. Okay. Everybody gonna make mistakes. Like when she in them situations and she got to refer back to something I know I taught her.
Then you did your job.
Then I know I did my job.
I get that part.
Might not even, that might be when she married. You know what I'm saying? That might, because newsflash, ladies, can't no bitch tell a little girl how to keep a man. A man has to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A man has to tell his daughter how she can keep a man, because only a man knows. Your mama couldn't keep a man, not me personally, but she ran through men. You know what I'm saying? So that means she didn't keep a man. You know what I'm saying?
What if your daughter reflect back onto that book and that what you did, and you trying to give her game about about her being married and stuff like that? Will she be like, well, you didn't do this? Like, are you ready for those type of conversations? I don't know if I'm wording that right, but like...
No, I know what you're saying. Well, you did this. And
exactly.
Well, now you know what to look for. And just because I did that don't mean that's not a bad thing. Like, just because it seems bad at the moment, like, that's not a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? Because when you ask your mama, well, when you said something to him, what he said? Well, he told the truth. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's certain things, it's certain elements in that just because it hurts don't mean it's bad. I told you weren't good enough. That was the best thing that I ever could have heard. You know what I'm saying? Best. Even with the being married situation, if I think back to that, okay, so if I ever do get married again, I wasn't good enough first, so now I know the hard work to put in. Now I know what and what not to do. Now I know the conversations to have. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all a part of becoming the best version of you. And the best version of you still might not fit the you for nobody else. I'm the best version of me. I don't give a fuck how you actually feel about that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just what it boiled down to. I don't care how you feel about me being the best version of me. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here to be, when I look in the mirror, I could be like, the man in the mirror proud of me. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I put that out, when I wrote that, like, even if that never would have came out, when I looked in the mirror, I said, all right, you're not healed, you're healing. And that's a day-to-day process. At least you know that now.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
at least you know that now.
Yeah, man. You say you got a lot of stuff that you record with your pops. Is it still anything that you need answered that you don't have an answer for?
Yeah, man, it's so many, because now that I listen to it, if I would have listened to it before he died, I would have been able to put it in a different direction. Yeah. But no, man, because he wasn't able to answer it. It's not even mysteries to me no more. Like, the shit what I know from just being a kid in conversations with him, and then hearing him talk about it, and then I still got my mom. My parents were married when they was 16 and 17. When my mom had us, they were married. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the crazy thing is, like, they were kids. They didn't even know who they were. They just knew they loved each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, so my parents were kids when they had kids. My mother was 30 years old with two 10-year-olds and a 13-year-old type of shit. You feel what I'm saying? That type of shit, bro. So around that age, in that range, you know what I'm saying? So now that I'm grown, you ain't have a chance to be a bad mother or a good mother. You was just mothering off of what you said. So I've referenced that to say, if she was married when she was 16, 17, guess what? That means she was out the house when she was 14, 15. Yeah. So was I. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so,
man.
I just learned to give my parents super grace, because y'all didn't do a bad job at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, the best thing I ever heard my dad say is, "Oh, when I found out about y'all, I was proud of y'all." That was it. Yeah. Some niggas don't know they dad. Some niggas dads, like, look at them like, you the biggest mistake I ever had. Like, he was, when I found out, and then y'all was born the day before. I was a birthday. We was a birthday gift. We was actually supposed to be born on his 21st birthday. Yeah. That's what he was getting for his 21st birthday. For my 21st birthday, I'm sitting in the cell. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, you feel me? But when I heard, like, when I listened to the podcast, and I try not to listen to it too much, because I try not to get stuck in none of that. But I do know that I'm gonna listen to it sitting there, because I can hear his voice in my head when I'm about to make decisions now. And same thing that make you laugh, make you cry. So I'm like, hey man, I'm gonna make sure this come out on your birthday. And he like, don't rush it. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't waste your time. Don't put it out. Make sure it's right. I'm hearing this shit in my head.
Yeah, man. Because I'm sure, I mean, you blessed to have your dad that long. Because I'm thinking about I wish I could have a drink with my dad or something, or talk about the women with him or something, get some game. Because I'm 13. I don't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and then, like, I couldn't, like, if I would have lost my dad when I was 13, I'd be fucked up, because we didn't have the best relationship when I was 13. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got the parents I was supposed to get.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get the parents I want or none of that. I got the parents that I was supposed to get. I don't even know like even with that like now when people ask me where I'm from, oh, I'm from Wine and Kimmy because my geographical location the day I was born had nothing to do with me.
Mm-hmm.
I ended up in Inkster. You know what I'm saying? But that had nothing to do. You think that I would have been wherever you come from as a baby, spent the globe around and said, put me here. You know, put me right here in these projects across the street from my grandma who I don't know or I don't know. No, man. So like I'm from Wine and Kimmy. Like we got a real solid family tree. My brother got 2 girls, and we got a little boy, Akir. So we got a Jackson male to live. My cousin Black, he got his son Little Lavelle. I mentioned him, and he was turning 11, not 10. I got to fix that in the book. So the first couple, my first run of the book, go have little things. But yeah, like Black never got to see his son. Like he didn't get a year with his son. You know what I'm saying? So I rock with his son tight. Like. I'm his son, lifeline to the family. Like I talk to his son, mom all the time. I hang out with him. He called me. We FaceTime, and I didn't know Black as a kid because he was my older cousin. And what I mean by that is, I didn't know 10-year-old Black type of like known, but I know 10-year-old Little Lavelle, and I'm like, oh, just so him and Shelby relationship is crazy to me because like. They tight. They call each other. They talk to each other. They, you know what I'm saying? They like. Dope. I wish they was closer, but that's just me being selfish. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's just me wanting certain shit. Like, damn, I wish we lived closer to them so you can hang with her all day. But like, Shelby and Little Lavelle's relationship would be more like my sister and Black's relationship because my sister was older. You know what I'm saying? But like. Black showed me how to make pancakes. He'd make the however the size of the skillet was, he could flip that whole motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? He used to tell me, hey man, if you go over a bitch house, man, sleep with your shoes on. You might have to get up and run up out of that bitch. Like it's little shit like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, for sure. But he walked up with that boom box.
Yeah, then you got my dumb ass in there with socks off.
Yes, you slipping. But when he walked up, he walked up with that boom box, and it was him. And for a while, I was Lil Black. That was my rap name. And that was some shit that I got from the gang banging because you go one nigga name, then you little, then you baby, then you infant. So I was Lil Black. That's what I thought. Like, in the end, even as I got older, certain parts of my flow, that came from Black. You know what I'm saying? And, like, when I used to go see him every Friday because I was a Muslim and the mass jail was right around the corner from his house. I took him and his girl to the doctor for... when she found out she was pregnant, she didn't remember that because his girl didn't even know me and Antoine was twins because she never seen us together. But I specifically remember I took him because he called me Thursday to make sure I was coming Friday and what time would I be there, and he scheduled it like that. But I didn't know what was going on. I just was gonna be there Friday, and he passed on the Sunday, a Monday after Easter. That 4/6/15. So Easter was the 5th, that Sunday. And that Sunday, I asked my sister, like, hey, you want to go see Black? But she was like, no, I can't see him like that because he had cancer in his mouth. And the crazy part is, he used to wear a mask like we was wearing during COVID. So it's pictures of Black in 2015 that if somebody seeing him, they will automatically think it's 2020 because, you know what I'm saying? But when he died, I was in my zone. It was 2015. I probably went and fucked 2 bitches after that. Like, I was just, you know what I'm saying? Just, I ain't know what to do. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Because 2015 was my life-changing year. Like, everything changed. Too.
I moved back to Detroit. From Texas, though, it was like a big move.
Yeah. That was a big year. You know what I'm saying? Like, even with me and my wife's first date, kicking that off, like we went to see Big Crit. Like, so we went to see Big Crit November 1st, and then fast forward 3 years later, we got married October 31st. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
You said it was your first day going to Crit?
Yeah, going to see Crit.
Ours was Red Lobster.
I tell you, we used to be at Red Lobster just talking for hours. You know what I'm saying? We used to be at Red Lobster just talking. My daughter loved Red Lobster.
Me too. That's why niggas be talking shit about, man, fuck you, Red Lobster good.
Yeah, Red Lobster was good to me, nigga.
So, man, that's some more bullshit, nigga. Shit. Yeah. Fuck y'all.
But y'all, them niggas with them fake palates, they don't really be eating for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? But man. So, man, I appreciate you having me, dog. Like, if you the first, so I wanted you and Shop Talk to go. You know what I'm saying?
And like I said, even with you, tie me in with them, like bro, it's all connected. Like, that's why y'all got the show.
Yeah, the connected. But that I'm a natural connector, healer. Like I'm just taking my abilities and using like this book, You're Your Problem with Path to Accountability and Self Healing. Like this is the best thing I've ever done besides having my daughter. Because it made me look at myself, and then it's helping other people to look at themselves. You know what I'm saying?
No, for sure, it definitely would. Like the title alone gonna make you
look at yourself.
Start thinking about the shit that you fucking up on.
And like, I want kids to read this, like middle schoolers, high schoolers, because we taught to place the blame on. We not even taught. We just picked that up by saying, "Your mama, if the lights get cut off, it's the gas. I mean, it's the light company fault.
For sure.
It's everybody else's
fault."
But
it's a hard thing. It's easy, but it's hard to put blame on yourself.
Because we not looking at self.
Yeah.
We not looking at self, bro. Like, you look at yourself in the mirror all the time and make excuses for whatever you don't like. Like, bro, when I got the gym became my best friend throughout all of this. You know what I'm saying? And when the gym became my best friend, bro, I take a picture of myself every day, whether I go to the gym or not. So I'm looking at myself in the mirror every day. I don't like that. I don't like that. I like that. I don't like that. That feel like this. I look at it like that, and that's all you could do, bro. You just got to look at this shit from a real point of view. Like, you can't say you love yourself and do everything to show yourself you don't love yourself.
You hate yourself. Yeah, definitely.
Like even right now, I'm struggling with smoking Black and Mild, right? I've been smoking them since I was 14. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know how I picked up that habit, right? But anytime, because I'm trying to explain to Shelby, like, all of whatever you put in your body is what destroys your body, right? So I tell her, if I go eat a bunch of candy and shit, I might as well smoke, because candy gonna give me diabetes, blacks gonna give me cancer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I gotta quit all of the shit that I know that's gonna kill me. Because if I love myself, I wouldn't be killing myself.
Exactly. No, fast, hell yeah. I remember we used to get the wood tip off the. I realized when you drink the liquor, then smoke the wood tip, that enhance the high. Oh my god!
But
damn.
you think that's not true at all. That's just
I felt it.
No. This is what I'm saying. It's just. You think it's enhancing your high, but it's tobacco, bro. Tobacco and weed. I mean, tobacco and liquor. That one don't help the other. They both killing you. Because I thought that too. I thought I smoked the weed, then I hit the black to boost me up. Then I'm telling myself when I'm smoking the black to cover up the weed smell because I'm driving. I'm giving myself all the excuses in the world why I'm smoking this bitch. But the truth is, I can't even remember why I started smoking. You know what I'm saying? Oh, following a nigga, being a follower.
No, that's how I was, because I was just doing that shit just because, like, the whole drinking thing. I didn't have my first drink till I was 22. Just because niggas like, dog, you gonna have a drink with us? Come on, man. And then we had the motherfucking Belvedere passing around necking it, pause. And
no pause, because I ain't take that no. When you say, because this is what I be wanting to ask niggas. What you be thinking about when a nigga say something and you say it's a pause? But this accountability. What you be thinking about? So when you just said necking it, what did you think about? Because all I thought about was you saying that you and your homies passing liquor, turning the bottle up. So what did you think about? Hold on, what did you think about when you said that?
I think about that. It's just a habit. It was a habit.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. Like,
are you thinking about necking something, nigga?
Yeah, like what is you thinking about? So, but that's accountability.
Yeah, it's just a habit, especially on the show, dog. Because you be like, damn, nigga, that's a pause moment. But no, man, hey, with the book, man, like I said, I appreciate you coming down. Like I said, with the book, reading it and stuff like that, it made me reflect on some stuff that, you know what I'm saying, I need to deal with, you know what I'm saying, as well. And I think that anybody, you know what I'm saying, just the title alone gonna make you start just, you know what I'm saying, think about, you know, the mistakes you made.
You're Your Problem, A Path to Accountability and Self-Healing. Available only on Amazon, paperback. You can get the ebook. You can read it on Kindle Unlimited. Within the last week, I touched #1 on a new release self-help charts. Man, that's big. And if you know how the Amazon charts is, them bitches switch so fast. I just so happened to be looking at it and had the orange badge next to my shit. Took a picture of it, man. And I was feeling bad yesterday. I was feeling down. I had got some news that it necessarily wasn't bad news. It had nothing to do with this. It necessarily wasn't bad news. It was just news that I didn't want to hear. You know what I'm saying? And me and my brother was talking, and the conversation was kind of like, damn, like on some blah 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 shit. And then I said, hey, bro, I was #1 in the world at something, bro.
Yeah, for
like
sure.
I was like when you think about Amazon, man, 100,000, 1 million people release books every day, and I said to myself, like, hey, bro, like, something that I did was #1. I can't feel bad. I gotta, like I said, I got off at 6 in the morning. I went to the gym. I had to make some phone calls, and I said, it's no way that I was #1 in the world and not about to go do something that supporting what was number one. Like, exactly. So I appreciate that, man, because like seeing your name next to number one is like, yeah, you say you could do it. And again, I don't want awards, but my shit never been like me and Shelby, we hit a number one at one point, but that was me and Shelby. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is number one, and it's reflecting that. Like when I quit, when I wrote the last words, the electricity that went through my body when I touched that computer, I never felt nothing. Like, the closest thing I felt to that was when I bust a nut to make my daughter, because I remember that nut. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if other fathers do that. No. Like, remember the actual ejaculation when you. I
just remember the first time I knew. I'm like, damn, I fucked up. I ain't gonna say I fucked up, but I slipped up.
But that's what I'm saying. Like prior to that and post that, I've bust a million nuts. Yeah. And post nut clarity is a real thing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And the post nut clarity for that was, I knew it was something special. It was electric, like the feeling of electricity, like the way the universe felt. And the closest thing to that is when I finished writing this. You know what I'm saying? I felt like I made my father proud. It came out on his birthday, so that date is solidified. That's tied to a number one. You know what I'm saying? So that's the closest thing I ever felt to that. So I knew it was special. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And even if I never write another self-help book, like, this the type of book that niggas is gonna mention. I'm gonna be doing TED Talks and talking to this is the beginning of that, though. That's what I'm telling you. This you're the beginning of my press run, bro. For like, sure. This mattered to me. Like, I know I'm gonna be talking to at company events, talking to their staff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That type of shit, because I'm a natural talker. We've been here 2 hours, dog. I feel like we've been here 20 minutes. No, bro.
For sure. That's how I be. Hell yeah.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? And I got something for the world. Like, the world need this message. It's not just you're your problem. You can't hear that and not be like, who, me? Hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine if you go home and your wife say that. Or imagine if your son say that. Or imagine you got to tell your son that. Or, you know what I'm saying? Everybody gonna stop in their tracks. Whoa, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's going to be an argument or a conversation or something.
It's probably going to be an argument first. You know what I'm saying? But when you walk away from that argument, you really go start have you thinking. No, and that's because S.L. Jackson told you that.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? S.L. Jackson told you.
Well, you already know I appreciate you always, man. I appreciate you being 100 from the time I met you, dog. You know what I'm saying?
For sure, y'all too, man. I love y'all Eastside niggas, man.
Man, you already know what it is, man. But shit, man, we got S.L. Jackson in the building. You're your problem. Hey, man, if you your problem, man, hey, fix that shit, man. Look in the mirror.
Yeah, look in the mirror.
Get your shit together.
No. Buy the book.
Buy the book, then look in the mirror. Then look in the mirror, dog.
You can afford it. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah, man. And kids, man, the layup lines when you got...
Right, yeah. That layup line fucked my life up, man. That layup line. But it helped. So,
for sure, man. But like I said, I appreciate you coming on the show, man.
I appreciate you having me, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Second time coming back. I already know it ain't going to be a last time.
Oh, yeah, we coming back when we announce the basketball shit.
For sure, man. Yeah. We got SJ, man. It's SL Jackson, but I know him as SJ, man.
I'm author SL Jackson, but again, if you know me as SJ, then you know me from either the Connected Experience or working at the plant.
For sure, man.
I want for my brother what I want for myself. We coming back hard, man. So no pause. We coming back hard.
Hell yeah, man. Man, shout out to the kids, man. Y'all keep doing y'all thing with the hooping and shit, man. And take accountability for your actions.
Available on Amazon. You're Your Problem: A Path to Accountability and Self Healing. Make sure you can read it on Kindle Unlimited. If you got Kindle, you can buy the ebook. It's only $3.99, and it's only $9.99 for the paperback. If you buy it and contact me, I will sign it for you, or you can send me your copy and I'll send you a signed copy back. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I ain't giving out no social media or nothing, because if you go to the book on Amazon, there's ways to contact me. All of that's on there.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
I was about to ask you about your socials, but
no, because I really want to focus on the book. Like all my social medias is just turning into that. Like you're not gonna see nothing else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, you know, we got Q behind the boards, man. QL Lewis, is it 313? Yeah, Q Lewis 313. That's producer of the year if you want to get your show produced. And you already know, man, Shad versus everybody, man. Best podcast in the city. If you think different, fuck you. SL Jackson in the building, man. You Your Problem. Peace out.
Yeah.